apparently it is a fact that Chad Morris is going to be the new offensive coordinator at Clemson.
And we thought it was an AI-generated story.
Thought it was a joke.
Yeah, it's factual.
And
They harken back to their glory years.
Bart,
when
last
Chad
year
was calling the play.
Last year, just before the ball dropped, Bart made a proclamation that he is standing on today. As we are in 2026
He's double
now,
down, triple down.
he is quite certain of what, Bart? In the Chevy of Fayetteville situation.
Let me say this. The world of college football has changed, and provided that Clemson has the courage to do so, Dabo Swinney will coach his last game at Clemson this season.
First situation room of the new year. Bart.
Firing Dabo.
It's Dabo's done.
He's not firing him. He's just stating what's going to occur. What's going to happen.
Right. I don't have the authority personally to fire him, but
you're saying,
I'm
you
sure
saying
some
that
Clemson fans wish I did.
He hired Chad Morris. That's the end. That's the signal.
This is the desperation play, right? That any coach whose back's against the wall makes. You try to make what was once good again. That we saw it here.
That's awesome.
We saw it here
I love that.
at Arkansas.
That's so good.
We literally just saw it play out. Look, I do not believe that Chad Morris is a good football coach. I that much is painfully obvious to any Razorback fan or anybody who paid attention to Arkansas football. The guy, it's just he's not a good coach.
Hey, it's Bo. Thanks for tuning in. Hang out with Chuck and I every weekday morning from 6 to 9 a.m. live on YouTube or Twitter. Or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
We have ongoing receipts of you not listening, which is good, because if you were listening all the time, I don't know that this would last. This relationship would not last. If you hung on to every word, I don't know that you would still be here.
All right. I don't know how I should feel about that. If you knew how bad he hated you would never.
I'm talking about you putting up with me.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
If you listened to everything
you
I
putting
said,
up with me.
I don't think you'd still be here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I've got to admit, it's finally dawned on me that unless your team is in the college football playoff still, and only 4 fan bases have their team still alive in the college football playoff, unless your team is there or you have a big rooting interest, the transfer portal is what has captured everybody's imagination. It's not the playoff. It's not basketball. It's the transfer portal. Arkansas, by the way, is number 12 in the rankings. I don't know if you know that.
Anything's possible.
I guess so.
That's
Good morning,
the,
guys.
That's the whole thing. Good
Yeah.
morning. Anything's possible. As you sit down and you have
now, I don't
coffee.
know why. I mean, when I look at what Arkansas has gotten commitments from and I look at the others, I don't know how they can rank them right now. I have no idea.
Yeah. That's all. Well, you got to have that.
I guess so. You got to keep score.
This is recruiting back, I don't know, 10 years ago at a whole other level.
Yeah.
Because
No, you're right.
There's no restrictions. It used to be that these guys are seniors. They're coming out of high school, and there's only so many of them in the country, and there's only so many 5 stars and so many 4 and all that. And can Arkansas get this guy? Can North Carolina land that one? Can Miami, Alabama, Notre Dame, Florida? Where are they going? Well, right now, Chuck, anybody can go. Like the whole world.
I know.
If you're a college football player, you're up for grabs if you want to be.
It's almost like sometimes you get online. Let me see how much my car's worth. I mean, some of these players, it's like, let me see what I'm worth. out there on that open market.
Yeah.
You know, let me
Just so you
find
know,
out.
when you do that. When you do that,
Oh boy.
you're going to start getting
I
hammered
know.
with text
I
because
know,
you put
I
your
know.
phone number in or whatever, and it's going to be like, "Hey, this is Bart from Fred's Auto. Want to sell your car?"
That's right. We buy cars.
It's nonstop.
It's a terrible experience.
Never do that with your health insurance or how much your vehicle.
That's what happens when you enter the transfer portal. You put your name out there, and everybody starts calling you. You're getting nonstop
You're
texts.
getting texts from Central
That's
Florida,
exactly
and
right.
South Florida.
That's exactly
and
what it is.
Colorado and
That's a whole other perspective now. That's a great point.
It really is.
Because we're not looking at this from that standpoint. You know, but if you think about players, how do they decipher where they want to go? Who they want to check out?
Like, man, you better not put your name out there, everybody. I mean, don't do it until you're ready, because here they come.
Think about, let's just say 70 guys, okay, on a team. There's 85, you know, but let's just say 70, okay? We won't take everybody on the whole roster. How many teams are there? 130-something teams in FBS college football.
It's a lot of them.
By the way, you can dip into FCS, so we're beyond that. You can go Division II. You can go wherever you want.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if there's 70 players on every roster and you've got, you know, 150, 160, 170 teams you're looking at, that's a lot of players. If you're the team looking for players, that means you need to know about, you know, 8,000, 10,000 players and who they are. If you really are going to find needles and haystacks and not just the biggest names at Power 4 schools, you know, like the quarterbacks are the low-hanging fruit. We're seeing all about the quarterbacks right now. You know, like the Cincinnati quarterback, like they rated the quarterbacks. Cincinnati quarterback number 1, Levitt at Arizona State, another one, and the dominoes are starting to fall. Like Kentucky's quarterback is replacing Levitt at Arizona State. Let's just think about this. Just take this one example. So Arizona State's like, we lost our guy. He's going to go make $5 million somewhere. Let's try to take the Kentucky quarterback. So they got him. And this is happening on a smaller level all over college football. Like there's a guy at Wisconsin. I think he's going to North Carolina. That's Petrino's guy now. North Carolina has 3 quarterbacks in the transfer portal.
Wow.
Kentucky
that are
starter,
leaving or coming in?
Cutter Boylet leaving in the portal. Their starter made $2 million this year. Nebraska landed former Notre Dame backup Kenny Mitchie,
who had committed to Nebraska and has flipped to Kentucky.
Oh, he's going to Kentucky
Yes.
now.
Yes,
Kentucky came in with a
coming
late
out
offer?
late
Okay.
breaking news last night. Yeah.
Illinois is a Big Ten school that's taking a chance on a Group of 5 quarterback, former East Carolina starter Caton Hauser. So East Carolina quarterbacks going to Illinois. TCU picked up Harvard's quarterback, Jayden Craig.
Why not?
Just go be a quarterback.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not just like these big schools.
Ryder
And
needs to be a
Power
quarterback. Bennett needs to be a quarterback. If you guys are smart, he's throwing balls out in the yard tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
He's got a Nerf football that he enjoys throwing.
You better get him a coach.
He's also biting chunks out of it right now.
You better get
like
well,
any young man does.
Once he gets past that, make sure he's got a good quarterback coach and a financial advisor.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to have people.
Hey, if anybody out there is quarterback coach or a financial advisor, let me
Yeah,
know.
let's leave him there for a while.
Yeah.
Leave him biting the chunks out. Let's not have it. Let's if we can
Well,
avoid
clearly he
it.
loves football.
Well, what he really
That's
loves-
important. he loves the
to eat
game.
it.
He also calls the hogs. Anytime there's any football game on the TV, it could be professional. It could be Ole Miss scoring a touchdown in the playoff.
He
celebrates,
He
huh?
throws the hands up.
He
Good for
also loves Chuck's laugh.
He does.
He does.
Yeah, he
Can't.
does.
That's what
Yeah.
my wife says is when they're in the car and Chuck is on,
Yeah.
the show is on, and Chuck laughs. He laughs.
And Chuck doesn't
right
laugh
along
that
with
often
him.
on the show. It
Well,
takes a
I
lot
have
to
a
make
way
Chuck
with-
laugh on the show.
I have a way with the youngsters.
Yep.
I do.
Uncle
I
Chuck.
do. And
Yeah. If we can, let's avoid the whole Todd Marinovich story.
I
You
have
know,
no
like
idea
don't.
what that
Well,
what
it's the-
happened?
Well, the story of Todd
Oh,
Marinovich,
I got
the
you.
former
I got
USC
you, yes.
quarterback, the Raiders quarterback, who, his dad just drove
The
him.
original football dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was all,
He's
his
the OG.
dad was just like swinging the iron
yeah.
fist.
Yeah, I don't foresee
growing
that
up.
being
I don't want you.
something I do.
Well, I was just saying, let's just keep them eating chunks out of the football. Like let it evolve on its own. Chuck's over here trying to move you into the portal already.
No, I'm just saying, man. If Bennett's got a future, Ryder's got it's being a quarterback. The world's ruled by transfer quarterbacks right now.
Former James Madison starter, Alonzo Barnett, who led the Dukes to the college football playoffs. He's found him a good fit with Scott Frost at UCF. So this is happening on every level, across the board.
You think about these fan bases out there, the people that actually pay the freight. And, there's a player.
Let's be honest, the fan bases aren't really paying the freight. A few fans at those schools are paying the freight.
Well, no, when you're buying a $10 Coke and you're paying $85 to sit a mile away, then, yeah, you're helping pay the freight.
But we were doing that already.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. I don't want to get bogged down in semantics, but I do feel bad for the fans because, you have a great year. You got a great quarterback. Life's good. It's never been better.
Yeah, but there's always
And
hope
you know
that
in the back of your mind he's leaving.
Yeah. But so you just got to turn your attention to who's out there. It is so backwards to the way that we feel life should be lived. Not to speak for everyone, but stability, sustainability, real authentic relationships,
Well,
all these things in life that you would look at and you'd say, now that's a life right there. That's either someone well put together, or you look at, a couple or a relationship that has a 50-year marriage and you're like, man, boy, that's great. Well, in today's world, that's not even a thing. Here's the study. Show me the guy that's going to go to school at the same place for 3 years and then go to the NFL draft.
That guy's a relic.
Well, they'll have a couple at Ohio State. Like Jeremiah Smith will probably be at Ohio State his entire career and go on and play in the NFL, the really good wide receiver, because they paid the money to keep him. But that story's so rare now. Some of these bigger programs like Georgia will be able to hang on to somebody that came in, like this kid at Miami, this wide receiver. They might be able to hang on to him if they can afford it. That's a freshman this year because he's got to play 3 years of college football. But the idea of going to a school as a freshman and growing and developing and all that, then being at that same school with those same coaches next year, and then after that, it's unheard of.
The hard part, I would think, is there's the knowledge in the back of your mind that there's always going to be somebody out there willing to overspend. You know how much that player's worth. You're around him every day. You know how much other guys are making. You know what he's worth. But if there's somebody out there that's willing to overspend, and there always is, there's not a lot you can do sometimes, because if this guy's worth $300,000, I'm just throwing numbers, picking numbers out of the air, and that's what he's worth. You've looked around, that's the going rate, and somebody comes in and offers him double. And then you don't offer him double. You don't spend foolishly. And everyone's like, well, how come you didn't spend some money to get this guy? We're broke.
Well, that just happened.
I just don't. Yes, I know.
His name's Boogie Fland, and he's at Florida.
I understand.
And he missed another 3 at the buzzer last night. And Florida's struggling.
Boogie should have stayed in the draft. Boogie should have stayed in the draft because, and here's why I say that. I don't think he was ready necessarily for the NBA, and I don't think he was going to be drafted all that highly. I don't think he was going to be a first-round pick. I don't think he's going to get drafted at all now. Boogie is struggling right now. Florida's struggling right now. He's not playing as well as he played here. And I'm not saying that, Florida's not going to win the national championship again. They may.
I think we can say that.
But, Boogie left for some more money, but he probably should have stayed in the draft. That's just my thought.
Well, and by the way, if he hadn't left for more money, he wouldn't really be playing that much here.
Well, he wouldn't be playing in front of Acuff.
Darius Acuff has now won SEC Freshman of the Week 4 consecutive times, and he was National Player of the Week.
But somehow
named
not
yesterday.
the SEC player of
He
the
should have
week.
been the SEC Player of the Week, and
Well, they just take
Malik
the freshman
should have been
route
Freshman
and
of
give it
the
to
Week.
him.
Well,
Yeah,
that kid
that's-
from Mississippi State scored 39 against Texas. He had a great game. I watched it, but
I mean, they look at Acuff and they're going to be like, he's going to be around all year, so
He's gonna win it
this
again.
kid scored 39. Let's give him
maybe our only chance to
player
pick
of the
him.
week.
Yeah.
But you and I were talking about a stat this morning with Cal, where there's been 4 other players to do this ahead of Acuff
And he's coached them all.
in SEC history. He's got all of them.
Yeah. Well, it shows you how much he relies on freshmen and has over the years. And, there's going to be a point down the stretch where guys like Acuff and Thomas, who are 18, 19 years old, are going to play guys who are 23 or 24. And that's really when, it's going to get serious. But I think they're up for the challenge. I mean, I do. And I think about some of those freshmen that he had that Cal had at Kentucky over the years. They were up for the challenge. I mean, you forget they're freshmen. They're so good, you forget they're freshmen. Acuff's that kind of player.
To your point, Chuck, so Cal right now has 2 freshmen averaging 15-plus points per game in Acuff and Thomas. That's happened 3 previous times for him as a coach.
Really?
In 2010, 2011, 2017. All 3 of those teams at least made the Elite 8.
Yeah. I believe
One
that.
went to the Final Four.
Guys, we're and I was
Acuff
here.
is a special player.
I was here for Day and Mayberry. I mean, I remember how good they were as freshmen. I watched Scotty Thurman score 30 at Arizona. I remember how good these guys were.
You're no
as
prisoner of the
freshmen.
moment.
I'm not a prisoner of the moment, by golly. But Acuff, oh my gosh! I mean, I'm not, with the exception of Mayberry. I think Mayberry's one of the top 3 or 4 we've ever had here, and I'd put Acuff right there with him.
So let me throw this in just real quick. The headline. This came from the University of Arkansas yesterday when they sent out the release about Acuff. Acuff earns National Player of the Week, 2 National Freshman of the Week honors, and adds 4th SEC Freshman of the Week. Do you know how much is packed into that headline?
I know. Yeah.
Usually a headline, like you got to come up with it, right? Like to help sell the story. I mean, like it's all right there in the headline. 6:17, we got to hit a break. We're just getting started. What is today? Tuesday?
Yep.
It's the 7th. Are we still in 2026?
That's the 6th.
It's the 6th.
6th.
Good try.
Yeah, it is. See, I got to check.
I wouldn't have
check
known.
that. Time's going by quick here. I mean, tomorrow we'll have a basketball game at Ole Miss.
What a time to be alive.
What a time.
There we go. Here we go. Let's take some personal shots. You want to? I mean, come on. Let's take some personal shots at him.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is proudly driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. We've been talking about them for a number of years. The truth is, they've been Northwest Arkansas's premier vehicle dealership for really as long as I can remember. There are lots of reasons for that. Starts with great brands: Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. And then they've got the largest pre-owned selection that you're going to find anywhere. Trusted names. And they're all right here at the Fayetteville Auto Park. But what really separates them is what happens after the sale. You want to know your vehicle can be serviced by people you trust, right where you bought it. And that's exactly what you get at Fayetteville Auto Park. An award-winning service department and an award-winning collision center, all under one roof. It really is your one-stop automobile headquarters. They've been in business for 25 years. That's a long time. Built on trust, relationships, top-tier service. That's how you stay around as long as they have. The Fayetteville Auto Park. Drive with confidence.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I think I have 1,100 subscriptions. I'm pretty sure. It is so ridiculous.
That guy subscribed to Hulu twice.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Sam in Fayetteville, we don't have music on YouTube anymore. If you're watching
how
the
about
show
that?
on
Hey,
YouTube,
it's a monumental
it's a new
day.
year, it's
You're
a day.
welcome.
It's a new day for all those who were annoyed by the hold music
It's
on
a
YouTube.
brand new day.
We won't get into all the weeds of
Now you can be
how it
advertised
happened, why it
to.
happened, but we've got that. We've got content. We've got don't run it, Edward. We've
Do
got
we
good
ever.
stuff happening during the network breaks on YouTube. It's better. It's improvement. We are going to be the all new and improved Chuck and Bo Show in 2026. And this is, hey, take us while you have us, because we might get in the portal. Next year, this time, I have a little FOMO. I'm not in the portal. I want, like that's the place to be, and I can't be
I
there.
want to know what I'm worth, man. Let's get in the portal, find out.
I should have told Ty, man. You know, like, I know you really don't want to play college football, but, like, just go do it just to experience the portal.
Just like,
so you can tell us what it's all like.
Go play for a year, transfer, see what happens.
You don't even have to play. Just go somewhere for a year and then put your name in the portal,
We'll
and
hype you
somebody's
up.
going to look at you.
Yeah, that's right. You'll get an offer.
There are 31.5% of college football players are in the portal. 31.5% of all of college football is in the portal.
A third of the game is
That
in the
stat
portal.
from DraftKings.
That's incredible.
ESPN's reported upwards of 4,500, almost like maybe 5,000 players will be in the portal. The day the portal opened, there were 3,700 Division I athletes in the portal.
Hey, if you're not in the portal, you're a nobody.
No, that's not true. There's plenty of nobodies in the portal. You gotta, but this is the ultimate Easter egg hunt. Except you've got to recruit the eggs to campus feed them a catered meal and have meetings with them and their agents and their families and whomever. And it is just like it's a revolving door. You know, one's coming in, one's going out. We're having another meeting. This guy's getting on a plane now. He's going to South Carolina to do the same thing.
Now you're right.
David's in Searcy. This is wild. David, good morning.
Good morning, guys. I just want you to know I am not in the portal. I'm too old. No one wants me. I'm where I'm going to be, so it's just a sad fact.
You never
Well,
know,
with
David.
that attitude, David, you're not going anywhere. We
Little
can change that.
Little rebranding, new package.
Too early in the year for that. We got the whole year ahead of us.
Hey,
This
let me
could
tell
be
you, man,
your year.
Let me tell you, I wake up in a great world every day. The Lord is good,
There it
and
is.
no matter what happens, His grace is sufficient, and it's a great day listening to the Chuck and Bo show. Also, the only thing that made your time away more bearable was the fact that I was in the deer stand about half the time in the mornings, and I couldn't have listened anyway, so it was a little more bearable. But listen, this Boogie Plan stuff, people are making fun of him right and left, but I will never do that. Like I've said before, he didn't have to come back and give us 12 or 14 minutes when we only had 7 players, and he knew he was risking injury, so I will never be anything but thankful that the young man was an Arkansas Razorback. The main reason I called today, I can't get this out of my head, so get it out of my head for me. Why can't they just go ahead and have a national championship for the G5 and a separate national championship for the Power 4? It just seems like the thing that should be done to get rid of some of this nonsense, but I'm sure it's going to be lawsuits or something, the reason, I don't know, but help me get that out of my mind, and gosh, guys, it's great to have you back.
Thanks, David.
Thank you, David.
Well, we would sure love to see either that happen or them just be banned from the playoff. But I think part of it is the money. You know,
it is.
You know,
That's all of it.
Having this attachment to the bigger pot of money in college football. You know, you're not going to have that at the FCS level, for example, in their playoffs. And it'd be similar with those G6, G5 schools, whatever they call them now.
I just think Saban had the best analogy. He said, "We don't bring the AAA baseball champion into the Major League playoffs. I mean, we don't." And that's basically what we've done in college football. I think that's going to be changed moving forward. I just think the public demand will bring about change there.
The way they do it, Chuck, without lawsuits, is they change it to, and maybe they'll have lawsuits anyhow, but I think you change it to the actual rankings. Like James Madison this year was ranked 25th,
sure.
and they jumped ahead of all these
Yeah.
other schools that were ranked ahead of them because they had it written into the playoff rules that, you know, the highest ranked, G5 was getting in or whatever.
The closest, and I give Miami credit. I didn't think Miami would still be alive. They're the Cinderella. I mean, that's what the college football playoff is. Your Cinderellas are going to be still name brand teams
That get hot.
You're not going to see a James Madison or a Tulane or somebody like that get hot and win a game or two the way we've seen Miami. Miami's got the personnel to pull it off. You know, momentum's a powerful thing. James Madison, the snowball could be rolling, and they're still going to get thumped because it's just a personnel issue.
Yeah, you don't have the roster to compete in a game.
And look, I don't know how you would do a G5 playoff. I don't know, and I'm sure that while it sounds great until you do it, when it happens, I don't know how many people would actually be paying it. I don't know if it'd work. I doubt there'd be a whole lot of money there. We're just trying to figure out a way to get them out of the playoff if we're really honest about it. And eventually I think that will happen.
So people, even though we're all about the portal right now, this is the conversation, and we'll watch the games, the playoff games. 23.9 million people watch the Rose Bowl.
That's incredible.
19 million watch the Cotton Bowl, UM and Ohio State. The U in Ohio State. Ole Miss, Georgia had 18.7 million viewers. Oregon, Texas Tech had 15.9. That's
15.9 is pretty good at 11 o'clock in the morning.
I was going to say that's because they played at 11 at Asmart.
Yeah, but those are still great numbers.
Shocking.
15.9 million. That'll,
Alabama, Indiana, not a great game. 24 million viewers.
I don't think people watch the Rose Bowl necessarily to watch a great game. I think they watch the Rose Bowl so they can maybe see the San Gabriel Mountains in the background. They can see that
Had to
beautiful
wait till
field.
almost the end.
The fourth quarter. But I do. I think people watch the Rose Bowl for different reasons other than just the game.
Well, that's why I like
It's
to
the
go.
granddaddy
It's
of them all.
It's incredible. It really is a setting to see if you haven't been there. 877-377-6963. All right, what are you sitting around as you're having coffee this morning, or driving into wherever? What are you thinking about with Razorback football? Like, are you waiting for big names or names that, like, positions? What do you want to know? What do you hope is going to happen? Do you have any thoughts on that, or are you just kind of like waiting? Forever it was who's the coach going to be, and now it's
this is better
who are the
than a
roster?
coaching search.
Now it's every position.
Yeah.
Who is going to play?
That's right.
Every position.
Yeah.
On the team, and this is all over college football. Like, when you watch, you should watch more games than ever as a fan now, and you should write down the players that you would like to have on your team next year.
Well, that's how you scout. You watch the other teams play and say, who can we steal?
That's what you do.
I mean, who can we go take?
That's essentially where we are in college football. You don't have to know who's going to be on your roof, though. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, they keep their guys. They're happy to be there. Certified, licensed crews that get the job done on time and on budget, and they leave you an immaculate job site behind. And they have great materials. They only use the best, like Malarkey shingles, McElroy metal when it comes to metal roofs, flat roofs, whatever it is, they can do it, no matter how difficult the job or the slope is. And they do construction, remodels, cabinetry work, teamworkbuilt.com. That's the website. You can get a quote there today, teamworkbuilt.com, or you can contact them. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. They are built on quality and powered by teamwork at 631. Good morning.
Yeah, what's your point?
You want my point?
Yes, I asked for it. Make it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, Gutters.com.
Chuck has thoughts. I want to have some coffee and let you guys roll for a while. This is going to be good.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, Bart, what do you have besides no smoking?
I have no.
Well, you got something going on because you're wearing a ring. What is that ring? Is that an O-ring? What is that? An Aura ring?
It's an Aura ring.
Is that a biorhythm ring?
Oh, I want
Chuck,
one of those.
biorhythms.
Yeah.
What is an Aura ring?
It basically, keeps track of how healthy you are. And what
have you found out?
So far, so good.
So you got a big sweat and a Mitch sign up next to you right now.
Well, that's for you.
Yeah.
It tracks your sleep, tracks your movement, gives you tips to improve your sleep, tells you when you're not getting enough sleep, if your heart's out of whack, all that stuff.
Can I borrow it? Can I wear it for a day?
It synced to me. It synced to me.
So
What's it told you so far?
Yeah, what have you learned?
What's the message so far?
So far, I've been doing a really good job of getting enough sleep. That's about to change this week, probably.
Yeah.
But I've only had it for a few days, so it's still kind of getting synced.
Chuck is just fascinating.
It was really
no,
hard.
I mean, it
Chuck
sounds
is
like
holding
you're
back
all
a
over
lot
it.
of
I mean,
talk.
it sounds like you're all over it.
I'm trying to keep people from drifting off.
In 2025, I felt like I failed to get into a good routine over the course of the year, with getting up early for the show and doing things. Like, I was just tired by the mid-afternoon all the time. So I want to try to get that under control.
You mind if I share, Chuck? Just kind of what's going on with me?
No, you guys go ahead. Do your thing.
I don't want to lose you.
No, I mean, I'm fascinated by your
I don't want
lives.
to lose you. Yeah.
You're also interesting.
He's
Go ahead.
drifting off. At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You know, Oaklawn and Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals, all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com.
Did you know you can listen to a podcast version of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand? It's driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park and can be found every weekday on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Get up. You got to get up. You got to go. You're going to feel worse if you don't. Feel better now.
I don't know about
Hate
that.
it later.
You might feel better staying in bed.
You will. You will.
That's an embellishment. You might feel better staying in bed.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
See, I'm a little confused now. We have this content in the breaks, and normally I listen to the music and I can tell from the rhythm of the music when we're coming back.
You're a rhythm guy.
And there's no beat now. You know, there's no vibe.
It's better.
And
It's
I don't
improvement.
feel it.
2026.
It's just going to take some getting used to. Is
Happy
what
New
I'm
Year.
saying.
Happy New Year. It's great. And if you're not catching the show on YouTube, you can. You just hit the subscribe button, and it'll pop up in your feed. Or you can just go search Chuck and Bo Show there and listen to it, watch it in the mornings, all the shenanigans. Like if you want to see Bart's new O-ring.
Yeah, how's that going for you?
Aura.
Whatever.
Yeah. Are you healthier today than you were yesterday, Bart?
No, apparently not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get you a ring from Blakeman's to go on the other hand. Like a nice pinky ring. I don't think they would even give you that at Blakeman's.
No.
But we could make something work. We could just, have you could be health on one hand and dazzling on the other.
Do you have a gold chain, Bart?
I do not.
Do you know?
I don't know if they put
I think
Bart in
that
that
would
either.
complete the
See, the thing
ensemble.
about Blakeman's is they're not going to let you walk out of there looking a certain way. They want you to look, classy, respectable, and I would never be able to get away with what we'd really want to do to Bart. in a jewelry store at Blakeman's. You know,
You talk about bling.
Bart would come out of there looking great. You know,
would
he's
be
going to come out of
shiny.
there. It'll just be this touch of class.
Sparkle.
Yeah, this touch of class. And it'd be like, you don't know what it is about him, but something's different.
Pops.
Yeah, exactly.
Bart
you know?
pops.
Yeah, just be different. Yeah. Bart bedazzles.
Oh, well.
Yeah, at Blakeman's.
Bedazzling.
Bedazzling Bart visited Blakeman's, came out of there with a purple bag and a swagger. Unexplained to man, and enthusiasm unknown to mankind. There it is. Blakeman's, it's more than jewelry, it's your story, and that's Bart. What's going on today, Bart? What do you have over there in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room? Who you gonna cancel today?
Yeah. Who's out?
Who you throwing off the? You know, we need a new show. It's Bart's Island, and people get thrown on Bart's Island. It's like Guantanamo Bay.
Then Bart throws him off his island.
Then he goes
You're
there
out.
to see who can stay or is banished from all of society.
Yeah, not just banished from the island. Banned from all things
You
that
got
are decent.
one chance. You go to the island, you're going to Bart's Guantanamo.
I don't think anybody needs islands these days.
I'm just telling you, that's what it's
Yeah,
like.
well, you know.
You got so many. I mean, we went through your coal list.
Yeah.
I got it.
We went through your coal list. See, I go right by that stuff. Like, just quit taking it so seriously. Go to your coal list, and you've got an island populated. It's bigger than Yellville. The amount of people there are less people that live in Yellville than are on your island. Of shame and disgust. I mean, you handed
better,
out
people.
coal to so many people.
Be better.
It took 2 segments, Chuck.
I remember.
Were you here?
Oh,
I don't know if you were traveling that day.
I heard about it.
Yeah, it took 2 full segments and we ran out of
I
time.
was just glad I wasn't on the list.
No, certainly not.
Oh, listen to
Yeah,
that. Wow.
oh, no, never you.
Not you, Chuck. No.
Never.
I love fixing your computer and your iPad and getting
right.
chargers
Oh,
and breakfast
no, yeah.
and the right kind of coffee because you don't like the cinnamon coffee I like. I love doing that for you. What else can I do? Are you ready to go to Oxford, Chuck?
Oh, I do need a driver.
That's true. That's what you need.
That's right.
You need black SUV service.
That's right. I need Bart.
Let's put that in 2026 for
right.
you.
That's right.
Just travel. You don't ever need to get on
black
the plane.
car.
Yeah,
The
you get in the
black
black.
car.
We'll get you a bus.
Yeah.
We'll see if Justin Moore can loan you a bus for the year. Now that'd be traveling. Would you do that?
I've traveled in one of his buses
You did.
before.
You
We
did
did that
the
in the
COVID,
COVID year
yeah.
in football, and it was fun. I wouldn't want to do it again, but I'm glad I did it once.
Yeah.
Kind of like a lot of other
Yeah.
things, you know?
Well, y'all did that. I did the pregame from my living room.
Yeah, it was a little bit different year.
That was a wild
year.
time.
That was a different year.
A lot happened in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, Bart, what's going on?
Well, I'm trying to decipher On3's transfer portal rankings.
Tell us about the rankings.
Because
How did they come up with this,
They
Bart?
seem to be nonsensical. Says utilizes the On3 performance score to measure a team's production during the transfer process, compared relative against its roster, and not a comparison against other schools. This proprietary algorithm. I mean, they've
it's
lost
a
me.
proprietary
They've
algorithm.
lost me.
I was lost.
Yeah.
But I don't. So Arkansas is currently 12th in these rankings, despite.
Well, they're great then. All right.
Despite
Hey, top
what a deal.
25, baby.
despite bringing in talent that is slightly worse than the talent that they've lost, according to what I'm looking at. Meanwhile, a team like Oklahoma State has greatly improved the talent of their roster so far and are 23rd. Maryland is 17th without bringing a single player in.
What is
I don't understand.
Well, so what's your point?
My point is that these rankings are suspect at best. I'm not really sure what they're trying to do.
So why are we paying attention to them?
Because it's what we got.
It's all we have.
It's what we
It's
got.
all we have. I mean, like
It's low-hanging fruit, dude.
honestly-
Come on, give me a break. What do you want me to dig around for something meaningful? It's what we have.
Honestly, like what else are you gonna go with when like
See right there.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
Here's my point: is like you look at what Arkansas's done in the portal, and I'm not trying to knock anybody or anything like that.
Here we go.
Yeah, but
most of the
are you underwhelmed?
Most of the movement that's come in so far has been from a roster that needed help to beat the worst team in the SEC last year. And so yeah, it's underwhelming so far. But
it's going to be underwhelming at most places.
Right.
I don't agree with 100%. you. I don't agree with you, by the way. I think the people they've signed are good players. I mean, I don't know how all of them are, but I'm happy they have the running back from Memphis, the wide receiver from Memphis,
and the
quarterback from Memphis. I'm happy with all of those. Max Gilbert's a good sign. I don't know what's wrong with that. You get a kickoff specialist. I don't know if it sounded like you felt like that's what you needed to do for kickoffs. I mean, if that's we were pretty bad on special teams. Let's see if I don't look at this and go, oh my gosh. Then I see the guy from Virginia, the defensive lineman that came in. They got the backup running back who was a 4-star at Michigan. Virginia. Defensive lineman. He's not signed. He came in for Bart. They're visiting with hundreds of people. There are 30.
I thought you were talking about 35. Signed.
No, I did rattle off some players that signed, and then I went into some guys that they're visiting with.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this thing's barely started.
Right.
35% of college football is in the portal. They got to go visit with people, decide where they're going to go.
Right.
Now, the on-3 things, whatever.
Right, that's my point. Is that I don't understand how
light that on fire.
I don't
light it on
fire.
It
doesn't mean anything.
How this makes any sense or works or does anything when Arkansas signed the players that they've signed. Again, I don't mean that disrespectfully to those guys, but that's not the 12th best transfer portal class in the country.
I just think when we sit around as fans and think, man, the portal's insane. Can you believe the portal? 35% of the players in college football are in the portal. But we hadn't really signed any of them. I don't understand what's going on. And
ranking the portal now is what's insane.
Yeah.
You can't. It's impossible. You got to hit a break. Back in a minute. We're full service here. We're like the concierge of sports talk radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life, too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
This is not interesting. It's just interesting to us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, now more than ever, it's important to partner with a well-trained real estate professional, someone who understands all the ins and outs of the game and makes sense of all the things we read about in the real estate market every day. That's why I've partnered with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, from the very beginning. And that's why I recommend them to you. I remember the first time I bought a home. I didn't have any idea what was going on. They did, fortunately, and they guided me through the process. They listened, and perhaps that's the most important thing. You want someone on your side of the table who understands your needs and who listens. Now, they've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Fayetteville and Bentonville. They're in the River Valley as well, in Fort Smith. You hear us talking about their office in Branson. You're going to see their yellow signs all over town, and you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
When it comes to any kind of construction, you need to know and be able to depend on who you're dealing with. When it comes to your roof or a remodel, Teamwork Roofing and Construction builds everything using only the best materials, including Malarkey shingles that perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside, residential or commercial, simple or complex. Teamwork Roofing and Construction has the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget, treating every job like it's their own. They do what they say, show up when they say they will, and when the job's done, it's like they were never there, except for a brand new roof or a remodel. And they now do cabinetry. Get the customer care and reliability you can count on. Visit teamworkbuilt.com. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Part, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show. My biorhythms were like screaming over the weekend. I'm not going to lie to you. I felt it the minute I walked into the casino Thursday night. I knew it was going to be well. I knew things were going to go well. I could feel it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Today's our day, Chuck.
It is?
National Technology Day.
Sweet.
How are we doing?
Hey, by the way, that computer's on your desk.
We need help, yeah. Took Bart an hour
that computer you
to
fixed?
figure out how to just return my old laptop to factory settings because it had never been updated. I'd missed like 3 updates. So he had to go
like
in and
5.
and give a man a break.
I would imagine if he were to get a hold of mine, it'd be similar.
I mean, I didn't, I guess you got to be like connected to Wi-Fi and plugged in for all that.
Hey, you have to be on Wi-Fi for it to automatically update.
I don't necessarily do that at night when I go to bed. So when I have it during the day, I'm using it. Yeah. And nobody's got time for an update until you don't have time
How do you
anymore.
do it?
I'm with you on that. I don't think I've updated my laptop in.
So
since I got
it wouldn't restore to factory
I
settings.
didn't even know you were supposed to. So
yeah, I mean, you might want to get on that.
Bart,
I clicked the box. I said, "Do it automatically, please."
I'm going to be running updates for everybody.
Bart, I'm telling you, like, there's just such value in our laziness for you. I mean, it really allows you to just show up it allows you to show up in a big way. Because I'm telling you, the last thing you want is for all 3 of us to get our bleep together. Because if we do, then you're going to be like, hey, man, what do I do? Where do I show up now? I mean, I'm just like, I say this all the time. Like, sometimes there are parts of the job, especially as a producer, like on some of these shows, where it's just like, man, I don't even want to do this anymore. I like this. And you realize if it was that easy, like, you wouldn't have a job. Everybody do it. So you just keep doing that, and we're going to allow you to do that.
You just keep saying, "You guys relax. Let me take care of it."
Just keep. Yeah. Don't be swinging the the hammer on us getting stuff technically done. You are the technological wizard.
Edward's pretty good too.
Bart's like Avis.
That's right.
You have a wizard number if you're a preferred Avis member.
Yeah.
Bart's a wizard.
Yeah.
He's like Avis.
Bart, can you fix this?
You just show up and your car's there. Names on the board.
It's like that commercial where the grandparents come out and hug the grandchildren and hand them all their devices and say none of these work. That's basically how Bart's greeted every day.
But if you can get it to work, you can have it.
That's right. Yeah.
Bart's like a treasure chest. Yeah. It's like having your own house.
I've had picture-in-picture like for 3 months. I'm waiting on Bart to come over and fix it. I don't know how to get out of it.
Pretty soon, Weikert's going to have Bart go around to all their homes and reprogram the TVs.
I know.
Install all the updates so they all work when people walk in.
Hey, there's a market for that.
House.
There's a market for that. There's lots of people like us.
It is January 6th. You can catch the Chuck and Bo Show on demand wherever you get podcasts, or also on YouTube, where now there's no music during the breaks.
Oh.
You got content.
Very confusing.
It is confusing.
Happening.
It's going to take a little getting used to.
By the way, if you want, next hour, I'll go through who Arkansas has signed in the portal so far.
Really? By name?
Well, I mean, don't you want to know who these guys are? It's up to you. You make the call. It's the Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Paschal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Paschal. Visit gopaschal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mangarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes. And now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
For Chuck Barrett, I'm Bo Madden.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hey, kids, how about a bagel?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at it. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment, backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Apparently, it is a fact that Chad Morris is going to be
Previously
the new
heard
offensive
on Chuck and
coordinator.
Bo.
We've got to have a therapist
we thought it was
come
an
in
AI
here and just help us
generated
work through the past.
Yeah.
And how today
Factual.
doesn't have to be
They
yesterday.
harken back to their
shows like
glory
this to
years.
avoid discussions like that.
Last year, just before the ball dropped, Bart made a proclamation that he is standing on today. As we are in 2026
double
now,
down, triple down.
He is quite certain of what, Bart? And the Chevy of Fayetteville situation.
Let me say this: the world of college football has changed, and provided that Clemson has the courage to do so, Dabo Sweeney will coach his last game at Clemson this season.
First situation room of the new year. Bart
firing Dabo.
It's Dabo's done.
He's not firing him. He's just stating what's going to occur. What's going to happen.
Right. I don't have the authority personally to fire him, but
you're saying,
I'm sure
saying
some
that
Clemson fans wish I did.
He hired Chad Morris. That's the end. That's the signal.
This is the desperation play, right? That any coach whose back's against the wall makes. You try to make what was once good again. That we saw it here.
That's awesome.
We saw it here
I love that.
at Arkansas.
So good.
We literally just saw it play out. Look, I do not believe that Chad Morris is a good football coach. I that much is painfully obvious to any Razorback fan or anybody who paid attention to Arkansas football. The guy, it's just he's not a good coach.
Hey, it's Bo. Thanks for tuning in. Hang out with Chuck and I every weekday morning from 6 to 9 a.m. live on YouTube or Twitter. Or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I like the guac that they make at your table.
I like homemade.
When they bring it out.
When they bring it out.
What is it about them making it at your table that you enjoy?
It's the freshness part of it. It's fresh.
It's fresh.
You know, I love to be fresh. You know that. I love it fresh. You know how I am.
I love to be fresh.
You know.
Who doesn't?
I mean, that's...
Who doesn't? Fresh and clean all day. Chuck Barrett. What's your story? Well, I like fresh and clean.
That's right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I'm all jacked up about it. I'm jazzed, man. I'm ready to tell you guys who Arkansas's got so far. But it's going to be up to you if you want to hear.
How many have they gotten commitments from?
I don't know.
Yeah.
8, 10. I mean,
Yeah,
let's
let's
see how
hear 'em.
many. Yeah, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think.
Do we
10.
need
10.
music?
We got 10.
Do we have special music?
Oh, we got to have music. So look, this is the deal. Let's just set this up a little bit. There is a process that's ongoing. The portal has opened, and players can now be signed. The portal is only open until the 16th. Part of the reason that players want to get this figured out now is because they want to know where they're going, right? And they don't want to wait.
Go to work.
But also, you got to kind of get back out of the portal, like if you want to go back to your school, probably, because they're going to replace you. But you can stay in. But I feel like a lot of this is going to be sewn up by the 16th, and then there'll be some stragglers after that. But it's fast and furious right now for schools because they got to bring in 15, 20 players, 10, 12 players at a time, and it's kind of chaotic, Chuck. Like this isn't the high school recruiting visit where all the players are coming in. They get here on Saturday morning or whatever, and then they've got like this agenda they follow, this itinerary. And then they go to the game, and then they have something afterwards, and they have something the next day, and then they get on a flight and they go home. This is like it's like a cattle call.
Speed dating. It's speed dating.
I mean, you're just coming in when you can get here. There's going to be a buffet set up over here in the Fred Smith Center. They're going to have food catered by walk-ons or whatever, and you go through and you come meet and go say hello, and it's will you come here and play football, and here's how much money, and then they go to the next school and they do it again. That's what's going on.
And when you think about traditional recruiting, we talk about a kid for weeks. What's this guy going to do? You heard any more about this guy? What's the update on him? Now you don't even know their name. I mean, you just know they got some guys in. And then when a school signs a guy you've never heard of, it's like, well, I've never heard of that guy. Well, most of the guys in the portal you've never heard of. 95% of them you've never heard of.
I was told that Silverfield has this innate ability to know everybody's name. Like,
that's a skill.
Like, guys are going through the line, and they're like, how do you even know my name, coach? And he's like, oh, I remember you. And they didn't even know their parents' names. So, that's part of what happens at these schools, too. Like, some coaches are like, what you're Bart? What's your name again? Bart? What position do you play?
Number 32.
I mean, this is, again, 35% of college football is in the portal. 5,000 kids are in the portal.
That's staggering.
If you're going to identify players, they are out there. And they're not all just this low-hanging fruit. That guy rushed for 1,000 yards last year at a Power 4 school. He should be pretty good. Let's get him. There's all kinds of others that you're trying to find that can help you, who, by the way, it's like a Moneyball situation. You're trying to find some value because the Sam Levitts and the Sorsby dude from Cincinnati that is the highest-rated quarterback in the portal, everybody kind of knows who those guys are, what they're about. But all these other ones, you're not sure. Like you've got to get in there and do the work and figure it out. And I think that's what gives some programs a chance who may not have the same amount of money as everybody else.
I think you got to find the guys who are hungry. We sometimes look at the portal. Well, how come that guy didn't go to a big school? We're just getting a bunch of guys from little schools. You look around college football right now, a lot of those impact guys, a lot of players who have been impact players came from smaller schools. I don't want some guy from a big school that didn't play, got disgruntled, thinks he's a star, puts himself in the portal, and all you've done is take somebody else's problem off their hands. There's a lot of problems in the portal. There really are. And if you're not careful, all you're doing is assuming somebody else's problem. I want the guys who are hungry. I want the guys who are ready to change their lives, who they didn't get $1 million coming out of high school. They got a ticket they got a bus ticket. That's what they got. It seems to me like if you're in Arkansas situation or a lot of these other schools that are trying to get there, so to speak, those are the guys I want. I want the guys who, they got nothing to lose, man. I mean, they're playing, and sometimes you can get a lot of mileage out of kids like that.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's what they got to figure out. And they know that. And that's what they're working on. And that's why I thought the
Bring
GM
me a quarterback
hire,
from Ferris State. Let me put it that way.
or from Texas State or whatever.
Wherever.
Yeah.
Wherever.
North Texas, I guess, the guy that went to.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, went with Eric Morris. Well, I mean, it's just not a big deal. All right. Do you want me to give you the names, or do you want me to mix in some fake names and you guys identify them? Do you want me to just go
I don't know if we know the
straight
difference.
names? You want to go straight names? All right, let's go. Give me some music. I'm going to go through the names. No fake names. Bobby Boucher from Louisiana.
Robert Boucher.
Kodiak Quick from Pennsylvania. All right, Sutton Smith. I can't even do this over Michael Jordan music.
From the University of Memphis.
Yeah, that's 6'6".
From North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay, Sutton Smith, running back, Memphis, ran for 147 yards on 12 carries in a win over the Razorbacks last year.
Real.
A.J. Hill, freshman quarterback, 6'4", 215 pounds. He was rated ESPN's number 7 pocket passer when he signed out of high school at Memphis, was the highest rated prospect ever to sign at Memphis, quarterback. Linebacker Jaquavian Smith from Howard, 49 tackles in 2025. Jamari Hawkins, wide receiver, Memphis, 5'9", 185 pounds, 38 catches last year. Max Gilbert, kicker, Tennessee, 34 of 45 in field goal attempts. Made all 118 extra point tries, had a long field goal of 53 yards. Offensive line, Malachi Breland from Memphis, 6'5", 340, Mississippi native. Pro Football Focus blocking grade was second best on the team. Adam Johnston, Sacramento State, long snapper. Bart's excited. Christian Harrison, Cincinnati, DB. Kicker, specialist, Braden McAllister from Georgia State. And Antonio Sandal Bascombe, 6'3", 305-pound defensive tackle from Coffeyville, Kansas Community College. Committed to the Razorbacks on December 29th. That is your 10 transfers that are incoming, according to the Whole Hog Sports transfer tracker, which is what a great tool. Thank
Transfer
you to
tracker.
Whole Hog Sports.
Good alliteration. there.
Now look, I saw a tweet today from somebody who should know better. That the question was, is Hunter Yurachek blowing smoke up the skirts of Razorback fans with this idea that we have more money? Because if so, why did we lose all these defensive linemen? And how in the world are we going to replace them? What are you really going to do? Bring in 5 or 6 more to replace them, or even more? That's the question. Hang on, I know where you're going. That's the question, okay? Yeah. And I don't think people realize that used to cover sports, where sports are today, and particularly college football. Ryan Silverfield signed like 70 players last year. So this isn't high school where you lose a whole, or college where you lose a whole defensive line and you got to replace them with incoming freshmen. Yeah, that would be a lot to try to get 6 defensive linemen in a recruiting class. But it's not when it comes to college football and the transfer portal. Again, there are 5,000 players in there. I don't know if you realize, too, last year's defensive line wasn't that good. And the one guy that was. No, Quincy Rhodes is back.
Yeah. Other than him, though, replace them all.
But the lack of thought that goes into opinion sometimes on things like this is really quite baffling. And I'm sure I'm guilty of it, too.
We're going to have to just wait. Let's wait and let this finish and see what it looks like.
You don't want to talk about it anymore?
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying guys that pass judgment now.
I'm just playing. Eric's in Fort Smith.
I don't want to talk about it.
I want to talk about something else.
Doing all right.
Hey, Eric.
Oh, dealing with the fog. It's pretty foggy down here in River Valley, let me tell you.
Oh, give us an update.
Well, be careful.
Well, we were on zero. Me and the old lady were on zero. We were passing training. We couldn't even see the damn building.
Wow.
Dang. Be careful.
Yeah, it's foggy. I'm down here, by the river, and I can't see 10 feet in front of me right now.
Proceed with caution.
Question. Yes, no shit. Question for you.
That's
last year with Memphis, Silverfield, you could tell that they had more of a passing offense. What I want to know is what kind of football playing are we going to see out of this Arkansas team this next season? Are we going to go back to our roots and do a ground and pound? Or are we going to kind of stick with what we were doing with a good passing game? How are we going to win this next season? And what is it going to look like with all these recruiting coming in? What is our game plan? I guess the overall seasonal game plan, not just people.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, thanks.
Well,
man.
they're going to be balanced offensively. I mean, now you look at his time at Memphis, and they ran the football. And you look at his history; they run the football, but they also throw the football too. I don't. People want to identify it. Is it an air raid? Is it ground and pound? Most of the times that the teams that strictly ground and pound or strictly air raid, they're not the ones left standing at the end. They win a bunch of games in the regular season. You got to be able to do both.
Right. Does anybody know what Indiana runs on offense? I mean, like if you were going to try to put a label on it. And that, to me, I don't.
No.
What I see is when they can run the ball, they run the ball. When they can't run the ball, they're throwing the ball. We try to identify all this stuff like we know. You got to be able to do what you can do against the opponent. When
it's third and goal at the 1, you better be able to run the ball. When it's 3rd and 12, you better be able to throw it. You've got to be able to do everything.
And what I watch with Indiana is the way
it's an RPO,
way they execute everything is to perfection. I mean, their execution is just such a high level with guys that aren't as big as they are. I mean, they just block really well. They got great technique, and they've got little holes that running backs can find and hit it hard. And then they throw the ball, and they protect well. I think Ryan Silverfield has repeatedly said that you got to run what your players can run. Like, we don't just say adapt to what we do. We see what we have, and then we create something around that. Jason's in Hot Springs. Jason, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Jason, lost in the fog.
Apparently, it is kind of foggy all over the state.
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten some texts from people since it was brought up
Bart,
moments ago.
Keep us up to date, Bart.
How thick is it?
Yeah. What's the viz?
Pretty thick.
What is the visibility today, Bart? And also, what are some safety tips while driving in the fog? Do not turn on your bright lights.
But use your fog lights.
But use
not
your
the
fog
bright
lights.
lights. Fog lights, no bright lights.
And pay attention.
Drive really fast.
No.
There is a dense fog advisory
really?
until 9 a.m. Yeah,
we were the last ones to find out.
It wasn't foggy. It wasn't foggy when we left our houses this morning.
We are full service. Speaking of all the help you need,
visibility is expected to be reduced to less than a quarter mile.
We're not dealing with that up here right now. I think that's something that's
It's in the valley.
Yeah, it's in the valley.
Absolutely.
Right.
Hey, every job driving in the fog is a challenge. Every job has its challenges. Tough terrain, tight spaces, short timelines. Whatever the obstacle, Bobcat is ready, and you can get it at WT Equipment. You need light construction work done, they're going to help you out with Bobcats and more, turning problems into power of machines that work as hard as you do. Bobcat's built for it. You bring the obstacle, they bring the solution. WT Equipment can help you get the job done. It's 717 WTEquip.com.
Yeah, what's your point?
You want my point?
Yes, I asked for it. Make it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is proudly driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. We've been talking about them for a number of years. The truth is, they've been Northwest Arkansas's premier vehicle dealership for really as long as I can remember. There are lots of reasons for that. Starts with great brands: Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. And then they've got the largest pre-owned selection that you're going to find anywhere. Trusted names. And they're all right here at the Fayetteville Auto Park. But what really separates them is what happens after the sale. You want to know your vehicle can be serviced by people you trust, right where you bought it. And that's exactly what you get at Fayetteville Auto Park. An award-winning service department and an award-winning collision center, all under one roof. It really is your one-stop automobile headquarters. They've been in business for 25 years. That's a long time. Built on trust, relationships, top-tier service. That's how you stay around as long as they have. The Fayetteville Auto Park. Drive with confidence.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Well, I just want to say we need to appreciate Boyd a little more because Boyd know what the hell he's talking about. Boy, you bad, boy.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We got a interview coming up at 8 that I think is going to be interesting. Dan Murphy, ESPN, wrote all about Cody Campbell and what he's trying to do at Texas Tech.
I read that story, and it took me two sit-downs to do it. It's a long story.
Well, I'm summarize it for us. I prefer that. You know, like Audible. I just prefer that. Listen to it in the vehicle.
See, I would say the Reader's Digest version, but that's an old person.
Yeah. Well, no, that's good. That's good. But I'm just. They seem to be in a different lane than most in the way that they're approaching this. So I'm just interested to hear more about it. And they're going right after the biggest quarterback in the draft.
I've been watching Landman.
Not the draft, but,
I've been watching Landman. I'm sure you guys have too. What's going to happen if the price of oil, drops through the floor? All these rich guys out there in West Texas funding Texas Tech football, What's going to happen then?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anybody.
I was reading an article about this a couple of days ago, and that's why I bring it up. And I don't know enough about this stuff to comment intelligently on it.
But go ahead.
But that's not going to stop me. And so, exactly. No, I was actually reading an article about how all this stuff that's going on in Venezuela and how it will affect the price of oil. And someone who follows college football decided that, well, what if it affects Texas Tech?
There you go.
I got an article.
It all comes back to college
And
football.
so I read that, and I thought, well, that's an interesting take. I don't know if it's going to matter, but it's an interesting take.
Chad Morris officially named the offensive coordinator at Clemson. We mentioned this yesterday, but to see it posted on Clemson socials. Do we have interviews with Chad Morris? Should we get Chad on? Do you guys want to get Chad Morris on? Who would like
to hear? Feet on the floor, eyes up here.
From Chad Morris.
Eyes up here.
Everybody looking at me.
Yeah.
The new offensive coordinator at Clemson.
Bart, are you still impressed? Are you as impressed today as you were yesterday?
You were quite impressed yesterday.
Yeah, well, man, it's going to crash and burn. It's just, I give it zero chance of working.
Zero.
Well, that's it. It's no lower than that.
I mean, guys, come on. Like,
he's calling plays.
Everybody feet on the floor.
Yeah. He's calling plays. He's not the head coach.
Right, but
I mean, there's a difference.
Right.
He tried that at Auburn right after he left here, didn't he?
Yeah.
It did not work.
Got to have a quarterback.
Chad can. I'm trying to think of
who is
there.
Is Klubnik? Who's their quarterback?
He's done. Klubnik's done. I don't know. I mean, whoever they have.
I
on
can't
the roster,
hear you.
Whoever they have on the roster, because Chad's not going to dip into
Hicks.
the transfer portal.
Ben Hicks.
Oh my God.
You remember Ben Hicks? Yeah.
Sure I do.
Let's run down a list of forgotten Razorback quarterbacks.
Starkel.
Yeah,
I mean the worst collection of quarterbacks that Arkansas maybe has ever seen. Were the guys under Chad.
Well, that's
at least a couple of them.
Maybe. Anyhow,
look, I do not believe, it is my opinion, that Chad Morris is not a good football coach. It is my opinion that he had some success at Clemson because he had
Deshaun Watson.
He had a really good quarterback. He had the best quarterback that Clemson's ever had. Stuff like that, and that can mask deficiencies in coaching when you have elite talent around you. It certainly can. I don't think that this is going to work. I mean, look, Chad didn't exactly light the world on fire at SMU. He lit Razorback Stadium on fire, not in a good way. And
it was lit.
And
it was lit.
Club Dub.
Yeah. Club Dub. Club Dub.
Yeah. I hope he brings back Club Dub. No, I mean,
one night only.
The guy's not a good football coach. We have
get your tickets now. One night only.
Plenty of evidence to support the idea that he's just not a good football coach.
Well,
at the major college football level.
I knew all that. I just wanted to hear you say it all.
It's just the way you say it.
It's the way. That's right. We just. I don't know why we get such enjoyment over you going through that and the Chad Morris.
Just a cup of coffee and.
But here's another way to look at it. Okay, here's another way to look at it. Good for him. He's landed on his feet. He's able to fly around the country and watch Chandler play for a year. Or at 5 different schools or whatever, and finished up at Virginia.
A lot of air miles.
And racked up some
could probably go to
American Airlines points, and exactly. So bang, good for Chad Morris, and honestly, wish him well. Hope it goes well.
I hope it does.
Hope it goes well at Clemson. Don't think it particularly will, but who knows? Maybe they can run it back.
Run it back.
Maybe they can run it back.
Well, I mean, look, the one thing they have going for them is that the ACC outside of Miami is a terribly weak conference.
I don't know.
There are not good teams.
I don't know.
We can't say things like that anymore. Do you realize this? We are all stuck in the past. The SEC is no longer the SEC. I'm not saying it's still not good football and the games aren't tough. The players are going all over college football for the money. Last year, top 50 draft picks. The SEC had 21. The Big Ten had 18. it was a much more substantial gap in years prior to that. All the players that are going to the NFL draft were coming to the SEC, by and large. I mean, the gaps were enormous. When you run out stats, you can just go look it up year to year. Number one, first-round draft picks, for example, SEC was killing every other conference. That's all changed. You just watched Alabama go out there and lose to a superior Indiana team.
Far superior.
And Miami might run Ole Miss off the field.
See, that's what I look at right now, and I'm not knocking Ole Miss. They're a great team. But I did not expect when we got to the Final Four for Ole Miss to be the standard bearer for the SEC, to be the only one. I didn't see that happening, but it did.
And they may have done more in the transfer portal than anybody else in the SEC.
Maybe so.
I mean, that's what we've talked about for, a handful of years with Kiffin there now.
What about Has goes down there? He doesn't do anything all year. I mean, doesn't do anything. And catches a touchdown pass the other night.
Well, Satania really didn't do much early at OU, and then he became a
late.
major factor that helped them get to where they did in the playoff.
When Patrick Kudus was here, he was good. He was a good player. We loved him because he said, "I'm all hog, I'll never leave." That was a couple days before he left. And but I do notice when they score, he's the first lineman into the end zone, which tells me he's the leader of that offensive line. I've not watched him closely enough to know the entire impact of the transfer portal on their program, but it's had a big impact, that's for sure.
Bart's always in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. It's just one of the brands, Chuck, you can get at the Fayetteville Auto Park,
That's
which
exactly right.
drives Chuck and Bo on demand wherever you get podcasts, and you can check it out on YouTube. Fayetteville Auto Park.
4 brands: Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota.
And
the best pre-owned selection you're going to find anywhere in Arkansas.
I don't know if there's a better selection of vehicles in one particular location in all of Arkansas.
When you were talking earlier about transfer portal kids, I'm thinking it's like going to Fayetteville Auto Park. You're going to test drive. You're going to test drive every car on the lot.
Yeah.
Before you decide.
Take you a month.
Yeah, it would. That's for sure.
Fayetteville Auto Park, Chuck and Bo on demand. Catch it anywhere you get podcasted, again on YouTube. In 26 years of business now. Because of who they are.
That's right.
Customer service, and it's after the sale.
Let me just say, I love my truck. I drive a Silverado pickup. I love my truck. And I love the deal that they gave me. But what I really like is the fact that, you're treated well when it's over. That's what brings you back.
It is. And 7:30, come back on the Chuck and Bo Show next.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Chuck, you've been around a while, and look, I don't mean that ugly, and Bo, you've been around not as long as Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, Bart, what do you have besides no smoking?
I have no.
Well, you got something going on because you're wearing a ring. What is that ring? Is that an O-ring? What is that? An Aura ring?
It's an Aura ring.
Is that a biorhythm ring?
Oh, I want
Chuck,
one of those.
biorhythms.
Yeah.
What is an Aura ring?
It basically keeps track of how healthy you are and what
have you found out?
So far, so good.
So you got a big sweating a Mitch sign up next to you right now.
Well, that's for you.
Yeah.
It tracks your sleep, tracks your movement. Gives you tips to improve your sleep, tells you when you're not getting enough sleep, if your heart's out of whack, all that stuff.
Can I borrow it? Can I wear it for a day?
It's synced to me. It's synced to me.
So
What's it told you so far?
Yeah, what have you learned?
What's the message
Well,
so far?
so far I've been doing a really good job of getting enough sleep. That's about to change this week probably.
Yeah.
But I've only had it for a few days, so it's still kind of getting synced.
Chuck is just fascinating.
It was really
no,
hard.
I mean, it
Chuck
sounds
is
like
holding
you're
back
all
a
over
lot
it.
of
I mean,
Chuck.
it sounds like you're all over it.
I'm trying to keep him from drifting off.
In 2025, I felt like I failed to get into a good routine over the course of the year, with getting up early for the show and doing things. Like, I was just tired by the mid-afternoon all the time. So I want to try to get that under control.
You mind if I share, Chuck? Just kind of what's going on with me?
No, you guys go ahead. Do your thing.
I don't want to lose you.
No, I mean, I'm fascinated by your
I don't want to
lives.
lose you. Yeah.
You're also interesting.
Yeah, he's
ahead.
drifting off. At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You know, Oaklawn in Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com.
Did you know you can listen to a podcast version of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand? It's driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park and can be found every weekday on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to podcasts. The Sphere, it's hard to describe.
I wanna
many
go.
people have gone.
Great.
I mean, the seats vibrate.
I've been places where the seat vibrates.
Yeah, well, that's not
not a concert.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You know, it's almost a little bit of old news, and so we've kind of turned our attention to other things like, the portal, the playoff, whatever. Basketball, Arkansas has got, Darius Acuff just killing it. National Player of the Week, 4th consecutive week of being the freshman of the week in the SEC. That's the 4th or 5th time it's happened in SEC history, and Cal had all the guys that did it. And but Ole Miss and what's going on with this run and without Lane Kiffin and Kiffin at LSU, and now players like Trinidad Chambliss saying that if they can get a 6th year of eligibility, which he probably will.
He will.
Because he didn't play an entire year at D2 because of injury. He's going to stay at Ole Miss. Kewan Lacey, the running back. These are guys that people initially thought would go to LSU. And, that's not the case. And LSU did not get the Cincinnati transfer quarterback that is going to Texas Tech.
And, he said it was about facilities. He said at the end, now I'm sure that, money had a lot to do with it, but I'm going to guess if he's getting $5 million, which is what the report is at Texas Tech, I don't think LSU offered him 3. I mean, I think LSU offered him into the millions. I'm sure it was a very comparable offer. But he talked about how facilities at Baton Rouge are the reason he didn't go there.
You know, I just think back, and maybe Kiffin will go to LSU and everything will be fine. But I think sometimes there's an undervaluing of all the people in your organization and all that you have set up there and everything you've built for 5 years. And then you go somewhere and you got to start over. And you don't know how all those things are going to go or fall into place. And I don't know what the entire situation was at Ole Miss, and I don't know what the whole situation is going to be at LSU. But man, this was a gamble unlike years past. Like if we're back in the old way of college football, and you've got more of a traditional recruiting setup, I get the Ole Miss to LSU move hands down. Like you got a better chance to win a championship at LSU. But in today's college football, you built it. You built it in the portal world, and you've got all these guys around you, all this staff, all this support system, all of this NIL help, all those things, and then you walk out on it in the middle of doing it. Like you've reached the platform, which is the playoffs, and you leave. They're still winning, and you got to go start from scratch. And by the way, all these people that you thought were coming with you, some of them aren't.
Well, and, you know, I guess some of his coaches are still going to come. But, no, you're right. I mean, that's a very good point. And the people that argued initially that Kiffin should stay where he was, you know, that's the point that they made. And it's valid. I never thought he'd stay. But I'm also from the generation that looks at LSU as a decidedly better job than Ole Miss. Not just a little bit better, a lot better. But the points you just made about the portal world, and, you know, Ole Miss can go sign a quarterback from Ferris State in the state of Michigan now. Ole Miss can sign a player that Alabama would really love to have. You know, they can do those things now. And, yeah, LSU can do them too. But, as you say, he's got to go down there and crank that thing back up again.
And he built it the way that he wanted it. You know, he had it set up the way that he wanted it. Now you got to go to LSU. What are all their procedures? I mean, do they cater all their meals, or do you got to eat some of them over here? Do you got to do this, or are you doing that? You know, all these little subtle changes that we don't ever think about. He had all that set up, and he built Ole Miss into a much better job than it was when he got there. And now, by the way, one other point is Lane Kiffin he had kind of made this turn in how people felt about him or viewed him. He kind of remade himself. And he really undid a lot of that with this move. He's been vilified to a certain extent. And I do think that hurts him a little bit in the portal and recruiting.
I think so, too. I think all those are unintended consequences. But I think they're just byproducts of the new era of college football. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, what happens with him at LSU. Now, look, LSU, they should be good every year. I mean, they should be good every year. And he may get them rolling again the way they want, and, I mean, life will be great. But, you know, he's a proven commodity now, which means a lot more is going to be expected of him than when he initially arrived at Ole Miss. Ole Miss was hoping, you know, that he'd gotten his act together, and it turns out he did. He said something when he talked about Ole Miss, and as you know, as you age, you think about things like this. He said the last, I don't know how many years, 5 years he spent at Ole Miss. He said the last 5 years have been the best 5 years of my life. I'm just telling you, as a 62-year-old, don't go messing with the best 5 years of your life. You know, don't go do it. I wonder how it's going to work out for him from that respect. He's either made a brilliant move or a move that he's going to look back 5 years from now and say, I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Just like the rest of us.
Yeah. And walked away from a team that had a chance to win the national championship.
That's right.
Brett and Cersei. Brett, what's going on, man?
What's going on, Chuck and Bo?
Hey, Brett.
I would like to piggyback on what y'all were talking about with Lane Kiffin, if I can. Is that okay with y'all?
Brett, how about it?
I don't know. No, go ahead, man.
Split decision.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you, he has got to be one of the biggest narcissists in the world. The world's about him. I mean, I wouldn't care if LSU offered me the world. You got a team that's winning, that's going to the semifinals for the national championship. They'll name the town. They'll call it Kiftonville if you keep winning. They'll change the name from Oxford, and you have a bad 9-3 season at LSU and not making the playoffs. You're done after 2 years. Done. D-O-N-E. Done. I don't understand it.
Well, right now it's pretty popular to look at it and say, man, Kiffin may have made a bad move. But a lot of the people saying that are the same people who, like me, felt like, he's going to go. He's not going to stay at Ole Miss with the LSU job open. There's no way. And ultimately, of course, he did make the move. But I do think it's fair. I mean, the fact that Ole Miss, everybody expected him to beat Tulane, but I don't know how many people expected him to beat Georgia. When they won that game, I mean, all of a sudden people began to realize, well, maybe it wasn't all about Lane Kiffin. Maybe it was about those players on the field or the staff. And so, yeah, there's a big risk there.
Brent, what do you think about the portal so far in Arkansas's activity?
We're getting there. I like it. We're getting there.
You're not concerned? I think some people have concerns just because they didn't really know what to expect, but it's not like a bunch of fireworks are going off,
And Coach Ryan Silverfield, the mouth trusts.
You're the mouth. You trust them.
That's all I need to hear.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I actually, I'm with you on that.
But let's talk about our place kicker.
Yeah. Max Helton. Scott Skarzik, the one that's leaving?
Gilbert. Max Gilbert.
Yeah, he told
What did I say?
He pulled a
Helton,
he pulled a Judas Cudis.
Judas Cudis.
Cudis after saying he was staying left.
Yeah.
And now he's so you thought he was staying and then he left? I mean, listen, people make offers that weren't there yesterday.
Who are you talking about being Judas? Starzik that's leaving or Gilbert that's coming in? Who are you talking about? Starzik?
Yeah.
Starzik's like Judas Cudis, Patrick Cudis.
Why?
Told us he's staying, then he goes. That's Judas Cudis right
Well,
there.
people change their minds.
We're talking about.
I saw that fat baby face on the podium when they beat Georgia. Made me. I am proud for Jalen Braxton playing well at Mississippi, though.
Well, he plays about 3 games a year.
Brent, have a great day, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Brent.
You too.
Yeah, there's a lot in there.
Yeah, there was.
What's going on?
I don't know if Starzik left first or if Gilbert came in first or if they told Starzik that we're going to make a change or if he said, I'm out of here. I don't know, but
I can guess.
I got to be honest with you and tell you that's not the spot.
But this is a case. This is a boogie case, in my opinion. I'm just guessing, okay? And that is somebody needs a kicker really badly, and so they're willing to overpay for this kicker.
Yeah, maybe
you
so.
think, and you can go get another kicker for what you were going to pay Starzik, and you're like, this guy's more experienced. He's made more field goals. I feel good about that move, so I'm not going to pay him $200,000 extra.
It's just
That's
like
smart.
Arkansas got in a situation. You remember Cal Varuso, the kicker, a couple of years ago? He leaves, and then he comes back. This had to do with the fact that the kicker that they had could kick it 8 yards deep in the end zone. You want a kickoff specialist who, when you want a touchback, can get you a touchback. Don't waste a scholarship on a guy if you've already got somebody who can do it.
First Security Banks all over Arkansas. More convenient locations helping you bank better every day. Could be a home loan, could be a personal account, could be a business account you need. They'll help you with all of that. They'll help you organize your finances across the board. FSbank.com. You can find them online. First Security Bank, member FDIC. You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life, too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The nation's best home court advantage lives inside Bud Walton Arena. The Razorbacks are back inside the basketball palace of Mid-America, and Coach Calipari and the Hogs need you there and need you loud all season long. A limited number of single-game tickets are available right now. Just head over to ArkansasRazorbacks.com and purchase yours today.
I want to see you and Bart in the old three-legged race.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me just...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, now more than ever, it's important to partner with a well-trained real estate professional, someone who understands all the ins and outs of the game and makes sense of all the things we read about in the real estate market every day. That's why I've partnered with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, from the very beginning. And that's why I recommend them to you. I remember the first time I bought a home. I didn't have any idea what was going on. They did, fortunately, and they guided me through the process. They listened, and perhaps that's the most important thing. You want someone on your side of the table who understands your needs and who listens. Now, they've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Fayetteville and Bentonville. They're in the River Valley as well, in Fort Smith. You hear us talking about their office in Branson. You're going to see their yellow signs all over town, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
When it comes to any kind of construction, you need to know and be able to depend on who you're dealing with. When it comes to your roof or a remodel, Teamwork Roofing and Construction builds everything using only the best materials, including Malarkey shingles that perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside. Residential or commercial, simple or complex, Teamwork Roofing and Construction has the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget, treating every job like it's their own. They do what they say, show up when they say they will, and when the job's done, it's like they were never there, except for a brand new roof or a remodel. And they now do cabinetry. Get the customer care and reliability you can count on. Visit teamworkbuilt.com. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart's over there fact-checking. Kind of ruined.
Just ruined the whole day for me. Has everything I've said on this show been fact-checked?
This would not have happened. This would not have happened.
Have you gone home and fact-checked everything I've said?
No.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
7:52 and Dan Murphy, ESPN, coming up at 8. We've got. We're going to dig in on.
We're going
this.
to talk big money.
Big money, Texas Tech, oil, all that. Cody Campbell.
Oil money.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Landman.
Wherever you get it.
You notice on Landman, those guys that wear Texas Tech hats and got that one guy's got the Texas Tech tattoo on his arm. You see that?
They've got it going on. They've also made you want at times to go to Midland.
I don't know about that.
You don't want to go to the patch?
Nah, I didn't say that. I don't know about going there, but I like watching it.
I'd go check out the patch.
Yeah,
I'd go there just for, I mean, they've kind of made it. That's what television and marketing does for you.
Oh, it's a great
Makes
show.
you kind of think about going.
It's a great show. I wouldn't miss.
No, Bart, you wouldn't. Would you want to just kind of go see the Landman life for a day?
No.
No, you're good on that. Not
I'm
not as attractive as they make it look.
I'm not going to West Texas. I've been to West Texas.
Have you?
There's nothing in West Texas.
Yeah, there's not a lot out there.
Corpus Christi? Corpus Christi.
Is that a dessert?
Yeah, it can be. I'm sure it's probably in that cookbook Chuck was a part of.
Yeah.
Those are great books, by
Hey,
the way.
can I just tell you? I'm sure those were the like Christmas presents. Relatives, you give presents.
I got 3
and
of
you
them.
don't. Yeah. What I'm saying is like that's the way our family was. It's like everybody got a copy of that book. Like, hey, here's a copy
It's
of
a
Eat
great
Like the
idea.
Hogs. And then they give you back the present they got you, and it's open it up, and it's Eat Like the Hogs. And
everybody should have just gotten it for
we just
themselves.
exchange books. We just exchange books.
Yeah, that's great. Well, at least everybody,
Well, it's such a thoughtful
away
gift.
with. Yeah,
It's such a thoughtful
Oh, it
gift,
is. It's almost as effortless as it is thoughtful.
But you get one for each family, and then, they get the same thing for you.
Hey, here's a gift you could try. You could try a gift on yourself. A new you in 2026, the Sweating 'em Edge. Google it, the Sweating 'em Edge.
Google it.
Could take you right to it. Yeah, just
You
like
win.
Kurt Signetti.
Yeah,
it
Google
wins.
it. It wins.
It wins, just like Signetti. The Sweating 'em Edge. And you'll get a free evaluation and figure out how you can have a better 2026. You find out what you're deficient in, which, sometimes we just think, we're getting older, so we don't have as much energy. It didn't have to be that way. You can actually replace some of that stuff you're losing and be in a much better place, sleep way better, get better gains on your exercises. All of that can be true. It's National Technology Day, National Shortbread Day, and here you go, National Bean Day. Count your beans today. It's foggy throughout the state. Foggy. A dense fog advisory.
Till around 9 a.m.
Till around 9.
Be careful out there.
And in the valley, it's worse, obviously. But the sun's coming up.
It's going to be in the 60s
It's going
today.
to be a beautiful day as the sun
eventually.
comes up and breathes new life into all of us. Catch Chuck and Bo on demand wherever you get podcasts and YouTube, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Imagine every sip and bite feels like you're celebrating the finer things in life. Chef Shiloh and the bartenders at Tusker's Tavern in Fayetteville have just dropped new menu items celebrating a cocktail culture and culinary craftsmanship. Daily happy hour, 5 to 6:30. 20% off wine by the glass and $5 local draft beer. And for fun, they've created Unhappy Hour, Monday through Wednesday from 9 to 11 p.m. with the same specials. It's Tusker's Tavern at the corner of Mission and Crossover in Fayetteville.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Donuts, Red Bull, and lottery
Red Bull.
tickets. I mean, how could you want anything
Courtesy
more?
of the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at it. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Apparently, it is a fact that Chad Morris is going to be the new offensive coordinator at Clemson.
And we thought it was an AI-generated story.
Thought it was a joke.
Yeah, it's factual.
And
they harken back to their glory years.
Bart, last
Chad was calling the play.
Last year, just before the ball dropped, Bart made a proclamation that he is standing on today. As we are in 2026
double
now,
down, triple down.
He is quite certain of what, Bart? In the Chevy of Fayetteville situation.
Let me say this. The world of college football has changed, and provided that Clemson has the courage to do so, Dabo Swinney will coach his last game at Clemson this season.
First situation room of the new year. Bart
firing Dabo.
It's Dabo's done.
He's not firing him. He's just stating what's going to occur. What's going to happen?
Right. I don't have the authority personally to fire him, but
you're saying,
I'm
you
sure
saying
some
that
Clemson fans wish I did.
He hired Chad Morris. That's the end. That's the signal.
This is the desperation play, right? That any coach whose back's against the wall makes. You try to make what was once good again. That we saw it here.
That's awesome.
We saw it here
I love that.
at Arkansas.
That's so good.
We literally just saw it play out. Look, I do not believe that Chad Morris is a good football coach. I that much is painfully obvious to any Razorback fan or anybody who paid attention to Arkansas football. The guy, it's just he's not a good coach.
Hey, it's Bo. Thanks for tuning in. Hang out with Chuck and I every weekday morning from 6 to 9 a.m. live on YouTube or Twitter. Or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Do you, listener, do you feign not knowing things or intentionally not learn things in your line of work so that then other people will do it?
That's not true.
Chuck loves to play dumb.
That is not true.
And he loves to play even dumber. Here's what I know about Chuck. At any point, he can let you know that he actually knows how to do that, and then your value's gone. You just think I need you, Bart, but when I'm done with you, I'll do that myself.
Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Chuck.
Do you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
All about the portal right now. DraftKings put something out that said 35.5% or 31.5% of college football players are in the portal. ESPN says it's nearing 5,000.
Unbelievable.
Players in the portal. Nobody's taken advantage of it more than Texas Tech. And Dan Murphy of ESPN wrote about Cody Campbell, the billionaire who has injected so much into the Texas Tech program. And he's joining us now to talk about it. Dan, good morning. Thanks for hopping on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Good morning, fellas. Thanks for having me.
So this is, we just keep saying it, we're running out of adjectives, wild times in college football. How has Cody Campbell, who you wrote extensively about in this Texas Tech situation, and by the way, I was there just a couple of weekends ago shooting for Inside the College Football Playoff, was blown away by their football facility. I mean, it's massive. I was at Alabama in 2018, right after they finished theirs, and I'm like, this rivals maybe is better than theirs. How has Cody Campbell inserted himself into this Texas Tech football program to the point that he has?
Yeah, you're right. That facility is wild. They call it the resort, and it is like a giant and different than many of the others I've seen. And actually, Cody's not even the one who footed the bill for most of that one. And he's not the only billionaire down there in oil country who's really invested in building Texas Tech into the beast that it is. But he has been the figurehead and the leader and the catalyst for a lot of both what Texas Tech has done, and now he's got himself involved in, it feels like, every facet of all this kind of new, interesting, crazy, whatever adjective you want to throw on it, as you said. He's been involved in it in some way in the past few years, and because of that, he has a really interesting perspective on what's going right and what's going wrong and what he thinks might be the solution to bring us to something that feels a little bit more stable, and so we don't have thousands of guys changing rosters every year.
You know, big-time donors have been around college football for a long time, and sometimes it's caused more problems than it has good. In today's world, I don't know if that's possible because the money is the king right now in college football or college sports. I read in your story that Cody Campbell and the athletic director, Kirby Holcutt, didn't necessarily get along for a period of time. How has that evolved? Because I think that we all just look at, hey, just go get this billionaire and get some money, but there's got to be some connectivity and some ownership in it for people to really want to give that kind of money.
Yeah, and ownership is the right word, actually. I was down there with Cody and some other folks the day that Texas Tech played BYU back in November, which was a big top 10 matchup. And the way he walked around the stadium and walked into the locker room, and it felt like watching an NFL owner walk through a stadium that he had invested in and built. And it was a different feeling. You know, like you said, boosters have always been involved, but they have never felt like they've had this level of ownership before because of the amount of money they can pour in and the amount of decision-making that they've been a part of. And I think that idea or that way of doing business got spilled into college sports during the previous 4 years before schools were paying players directly, and it was all built on NIL collectives. And I don't think they're going to walk that back at this point. I think the boosters have a foothold in it, and they're not ready to let go of controlling some of the things. And at Texas Tech, it's worked really well because they've had more success this year than they ever have before. I'm very curious to see what happens at schools where you have a guy like Cody Campbell or Phil Knight or somebody else pour billions of dollars into a program and they don't get the results they want, and how much say they have then and when things go bad, because that was the reason why Kirby Hocutt and Cody Campbell was on the outs with a lot of people was that he was unhappy with the way the program was being run 5-6 years ago, and he didn't have a strong voice in trying to be part of the solution. And so when you've got a super rich guy who throws around a lot of money and who's unhappy with things, it can cause a lot of problems for people. And they were able to bring him inside the fold and bring everybody there, sort of get everybody there rowing in the same direction, which I think is increasingly what you need in order to win college football games and compete for championships right now. Is your athletic director, your biggest funders, your university president. Everybody has to be in line and on the same page with what direction they want to take if you want to build a successful program that's going to last for a few years at least.
Well, that's the question right there. And I wanted to get into sustainability here. I mean, it's new right now. And as you say, a lot of wealthy boosters like the idea of being in control, and they're all in. But you got to keep doing this year after year after year. Wealth, particularly in a place like West Texas, can be kind of tenuous. What do you think the long-term situation is going to be? Not just there, but around college football. How long can this insanity last?
It's a good question, because you said it is boom and bust country down there, right? And everybody's flush right now. That may not always be the case. But it's interesting. I fully understand the logic behind that of, hey, if I had $1 billion or whatever it may be, would I want to keep spending millions of dollars every year on guys that may or may not pan out? It seems like a tough investment. But then again, I think we've been saying that. College football fans and people have been saying that since we started handing out scholarships in the 1960s or 70s, right?
That is true.
Boy, can we do this? And every year, and every time we get to that, it's, boy, can this potentially sustain itself? Do we really have this much money? And the money just keeps pouring in. And before it was going to crazy uniform combos and locker rooms and waterfalls in the hot tub, and now it's going directly into players' pockets. If you look at if you look at the actual economics of it, which I find interesting, right? In an NFL team, an NBA team, the players generally get about half of the money that the sport generates. And so that's what the market dictates in some sense. In college football, the biggest brands in college football, the top 20 or 30 teams, just the football team alone is bringing in $100 million a year. And so we don't, we're right now a competitive roster is $25-30 million. I think there's still a decent amount of room to grow before the market is fully satisfied and that we see this level off a little bit.
It's fascinating in how it's coming about. And I want to go back to Cody Campbell. If I'm not mistaken from reading your story, he's on the board now, or chairman of like the board of regents or whatever they call it at Texas Tech.
That's right. Yeah, he's essentially the most powerful person in the entire university system as the chair of the board there.
He's Jerry Jones.
But this is the reality. But not every billionaire do you want in that position, because they, like Colin Cowherd has said many times, there's two things that make really smart grown men dumb: money and women. And you can make some really poor decisions. So you may have a lot of money and been successful in your business, but is that the right person to have helping run an athletic program? And are they able to work with the things that maybe they don't understand? To me, that's what's happened at Texas Tech. That's the unicorn here to some extent, is that they seem to have that person. And I don't know if that works everywhere.
Yeah, and they have people around him too, right? Like they have one of the best GMs in college football who's done really smart things with the way they've built that route. You can throw around a lot of money and get the wrong players. They have a head coach who's done a great job of being able to bring together a group of fresh faces and make them compete as a team who doesn't have – a lot of head coaches have too big of an ego to allow somebody like Cody Campbell to have the spotlight that he's had this year. But Joe McGuire's understood the value of having a guy like that around and has been okay with not being the main attraction that I think a lot of coaches want to be in this sport, whether they'll admit it or not. But I think you're right? One of the curses of being a billionaire is you were definitely right a few times in order to get that amount of money. And then, suddenly you think you have the answer for everything if you've been right a few times. And I think that's one of the complaints of people I talked to that were wary of Cody Campbell and his influence, not so much at Texas Tech, but on what he's trying to do to college sports in a broader sense is, hey, just because you got a few things right doesn't mean you totally understand our business that you're somewhat new to here. And people are wary of Counting too much on, yes, we probably need some changes. We need some fresh faces and some fresh voices in this conversation to figure out how to get college sports to a place that's better for players, for coaches, for fans. But do we want to completely throw out the institutional knowledge of people who have been doing this for 20 or 30 years and stop ignoring that as we're on the way to finding a solution?
Well, now, I hear Craig Campbell talk about, and you just talked about it there too, long-term solutions for college football. What does he want to do besides the obvious, make Texas Tech really good?
Yeah, his idea, and he talks a lot about wanting to make sure that in the rush for these top 20, 30, 40, whatever it is, schools that can really afford to compete in the deep end of college football, that we don't totally hollow out the rest of college sports, not just college football and the smaller teams in football, the FBS division, but also the swimming team and the golf team and the baseball team along with it, which are all subsidized by the dollars that college football brings in. And so that's a problem that a lot of different people around college sports are trying to solve right now. Now that we are paying college football players and that's running more like a business, how can you still run that like the business that it deserves to be while not totally losing the positive impact that's had on hundreds of thousands of other college athletes as the money that trickles down through the system? And Cody has some ideas on how to do that start with injecting a lot more money in certain ways or having a strategy to do that, and then also sort of rebuilding some of the governance structure and the people that oversee all this so that schools are held accountable to make sure that on top of spending $10 million on a football coach or $50 million on a buyout, that they're not doing that at the expense of then cutting the field hockey team or the men's lacrosse team or whatever it may be.
Cody Campbell's obviously the point man, but I want to come back to something you said a little bit earlier. He's not the only rich guy out there. At these programs that seem to be flush right now, I think some from the outside looking in think, well, there's one guy that's funding the whole thing. How many people have a hand in this? How many big money guys are there right now throwing into that program out there?
At Tech, it's at least a half a dozen. Cody's business partner is a guy named John Sellers, who they've known each other since the 8th grade, and they're co-owners of the oil and gas business. So they're equally wealthy and have both invested a lot of money in it. They've got another few guys down there who are also on the board. So yeah, I would say there's at least a half a dozen guys that have a net worth close to $1 billion, if not over $1 billion, that are both sort of all on the same page and all throwing money into the pot. And then, on top of that, there's also, 1,000 other folks that are spending less money but still contributing to some of the success that they've had.
He's Dan Murphy. You can read this story.
It's really good.
Really well done, really in depth. It's at ESPN.com, college football page. You might even find it on just the front page there. He wrote it a few days ago, but it's still up. And Dan, thanks so much for the time. Great look at it. Appreciate you breaking it down with us today.
Yeah, thanks for the conversation. Nice chatting with you.
Yeah, all the best to you, man. Thank you. Dan Murphy, again, ESPN, ESPN.com.
You hear conversations, have conversations like that, and read articles, which was really, really well done. And I keep coming back to how long is this going to last? Because, he's right, though. Seemingly we've thought how long is this going to last before, and the answer is forever. There's a lot of money being tossed around. I mean, the reason I ask about is, who else was involved. This sounds to me like out there, a bunch of buddies made a bunch of money in the oil business. They're Texas Tech guys. We're going to be good. Now when the money runs out, I don't know what's going to happen. And if there is an oil bust out there, and look, I'm not saying every school is dependent upon the price of oil. They're not. But at Texas Tech right now, they kind of are. I just wonder how long this is going to last at all these places. I know it's going to last at a place like Alabama. I know it's going to last at a place like Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, your traditional programs. Will Indiana be a flash in the pan? Will Texas Tech be a flash in the pan? Can you buy yourself something temporarily? Can you run with the big dogs for a little while? But then, you take your step back. I don't know. But when I hear stories about the Texas Tech guys, it does make me wonder what's going to happen when the money runs out. Because at some point it may.
Well, right now they're doing pretty well.
I know. I'm not knocking them. But I do wonder in the back of my mind every time this comes up, how long is this going to last?
The question does come up, like where does the money come from, regardless of where you are. Right now, Texas Tech has found theirs,
right,
and everybody else has to find theirs.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, if you're looking for somebody to work on your gutters, we know who to call for that. Hogcroft Gutters is who we recommend. There's a reason for it, because they do great work. They're locally owned and operated. They've been doing this for 30 years. You notice that's a common thread in a lot of the people we talk about. 30 years of experience, seamless gutters made on site, trenching, French drains. They're fully licensed and insured. Every job comes with a 20-year warranty. They service all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. If you've got an issue, snap a picture of it. You can text it to them. Lots of times just through that, they've got a pretty good idea of what they're dealing with. And they do their work right in front of you. You can watch them do it. And I think you're going to be satisfied with their work the same way so many others have as well. You can check out what they've done if you'd like. You can log on hoggutters.com.
I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mangarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes. And now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is proudly driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. We've been talking about them for a number of years. The truth is, they've been Northwest Arkansas's premier vehicle dealership for really as long as I can remember. There are lots of reasons for that. Starts with great brands: Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. And then they've got the largest pre-owned selection that you're going to find anywhere. Trusted names. And they're all right here at the Fayetteville Auto Park. But what really separates them is what happens after the sale. You want to know your vehicle can be serviced by people you trust, right where you bought it. And that's exactly what you get at Fayetteville Auto Park. An award-winning service department and an award-winning collision center, all under one roof. It really is your one-stop automobile headquarters. They've been in business for 25 years. That's a long time. Built on trust, relationships, top-tier service. That's how you stay around as long as they have. The Fayetteville Auto Park. Drive with confidence.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. Can we just admit that a lot of these national college football media guys just have no earthly idea what they're talking about? All this stuff that you hear, it doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing. Less now than ever before, I think. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to this show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Time to go to the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room for some immediate reaction. Our friend Bart Pullman, new year, new ride, kickoff 2026 in style with a new Chevy from Chevy of Fayetteville, where you enjoy great deals on new Silverados, Tahoes, Traverses, and the rest of the award-winning lineup at Chevy of Fayetteville. Chris, Mark, Denver, the team there are going to take care of you inside the Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevy, together let's drive. 823. Bart, your thoughts on the whole discussion of the oil boom and money and Texas Tech football program and all the money going all over college athletics right now?
Yeah, look, it sucks, man.
It sucks.
You might sure the one with all the money.
Why does it suck,
right.
Mark? Tell us what you don't like about it.
Because it's just not the way anything is supposed to run. It's not the way successful businesses run. It's not the way, when I said the other day, when news came out that Texas Tech was paying the Cincinnati quarterback or whoever it was $5 million or whatever, and I said, stupid people have too much money. I wasn't necessarily referring to Cody Campbell or the people at Texas Tech who are funding their NIL situation. I'm talking about the people at the highest levels of the sport and of college athletics who are being paid millions of dollars to run the show, and they're not doing their jobs.
How can they?
Figure it out.
I know. The problem, here's the problem.
That's your job.
With college athletics.
I'll be happy to do it for you.
There is no
Pay me $2 million.
Charlie
I'll
Baker
do it.
has no authority. Like, he's got to get all of these other people to
all,
join him.
All the presidents and chancellors who don't really have any business being involved in this anyway, other than they're affiliated with the school. Those people, the athletic directors, get it together. Get it together and figure it out.
I just don't think they can.
I think
there's too many competing interests.
When you say figure it out, what's the destination? What does figuring it out mean? I don't know the answer to that.
Well, I mean, it's a professionalized version of college football and college athletics.
Well,
and that's where it has to go ultimately.
Don't you think ultimately the market's going to decide this? Like, for example,
It's starting.
In professional football, you don't overpay for a quarterback twice. You may get fooled once, but you're not going to go out and do it again. And even in college sports,
I don't know, Deshaun Watson.
Well, fair enough. But
people keep getting checked.
Even in college sports, you fire a couple of coaches and get hung out to dry on buyouts. Well, you're going to pay attention to that buyout the next guy you hire. I just think as we go, like, for example, if this quarterback, this 7-5 quarterback at Cincinnati, if he goes out to Lubbock and he's been what he's been before, they're going to figure out this guy's not worth $5 million. Next time around, we're not doing this anymore. I just feel like the market's going to take care of some of this as we go.
I think some of that's certainly true, Chuck, and I think that's going to happen. But there has to be a system and a business model put in place and a structure put in place to control some of this. There's a reason that the most successful sports in our country are set up the way they are. They're set up with structure, with salary caps, with competitive balance, with all of that stuff.
I agree with all that.
There's a reason for that. Contracts. You cannot tell me that having every single player be a free agent every single dang year is good for the sport, is healthy for the sport.
Well,
it's something fans
It's
want.
not. Here's the thing.
It is what fans want, though. It's exciting.
Real quick. I mean, like, from a good for the sport thing, I don't know, because I think we're going to watch college football as long as they're putting the product on the field they're putting on there. From a business standpoint, the problem that we have is we're handing out free money.
Right.
And that money
Yes.
that's being handed out is coming from somewhere that they're not getting a return on their investment. So therefore, it's got to be turned eventually, if you want to talk about sustainability, into a business. And what's going to happen, in my opinion, because the NCAA won't take care of it all, because they don't seem to be able to all get on the same page, because there's too many competing interests. Not everybody has the same interest. I could agree with you, but that works for you. It doesn't work for me. And that's all across the NCAA. And there's so many people involved, they're never going to get anybody on the same, or everybody on the same page. So just like with NIL, what will begin to happen, and is already beginning to happen, is certain states will start making their own laws that supersede whatever the NCAA says. They have jurisdiction, the state does, over what they do with their state institutions. That's how we got here. And now what we're going to see is private equity companies or other companies professionalizing their athletic departments to run like a business, and they're going to get a return on the money they put in.
That's why.
And return will become more important than winning. It'll be like pro sports, where you got a lot of profitable franchises that never win.
That'll be a big part of it.
Private equity will destroy college football.
In that sense, it could.
I understand it'll be quick cash. I understand all that.
But then guess what? You gave up ownership.
Yes, that's exactly right.
You gave up some
that's
decision
exactly
making.
Right. You sold your soul is what's happened. And look, I mean, we sold our soul around here a time or two. And that stuff does happen. Sometimes it works. But
and that's where the game will really begin to suffer.
Well, I think
if you have that going on, where winning doesn't become the thing. Right now, the money's going towards winning.
A private equity firm's not going to pay $5 million for a 7-5 quarterback. These guys didn't get to be billionaires by overpaying for things. They got to be billionaires by buying low and selling high. That's how they got rich. They're not going to keep overpaying for mediocre quarterbacks. They're just not.
This is CNBC This Morning. It's Chuck and Bo along with Bart. We are in the finance room.
Because we all understand economics so well.
Well, business happening here. Laugh us right off the show. It's not a problem. Yes, Bart?
This is why you're seeing all these commercials. If you're in our area, they're SEC based about the SCORE Act. This is why these conferences want to ram this SCORE Act through Congress, because it basically gives the NCAA an antitrust exemption. And this thing, they make it out to be, well, it does this. It's great for the sport. It's great for the sport. It's great for the sport. It's bad for everybody if you actually look at it.
That aura ring has really improved your aura. I'm just going to say.
It's a difference maker.
Do you just have a different aura?
Does the ring light up? Like when you get really upset, does it light up like a mood ring?
No, it does
or
not.
excited
No,
like a
it's not a mood ring.
It starts flashing red. When Bart gets too worked up.
He's angry. Look at him.
There are just too many stupid people in the room right now. There aren't enough
this
smart
room.
This room?
No. I'm talking about in the
boiled it down
room
to
of
that.
college athletics.
We're all
Now, morons. It's down to more. We've come all the way down to that. Hey,
I didn't call anybody a moron.
We're down to the name calling.
I didn't call anybody a
moron. While you're discussing this with your friends,
Do you want
think
me to talk about Clemson too?
Think about a Flight by Yuengling. It's 95 calories, tastes like a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. The next generation of light beer, brewed from America's oldest brewery. And you can get it on draft at Walk-Ons, where they've got more than 60 televisions to watch any game. Great place to watch the college football playoffs. Great place to watch Ole Miss hosting Arkansas tomorrow night in Oxford, 8 o'clock tip. It's 8:31 on the Chuck and Bo Show. Chuck has a little bit of a bad habit of getting on Facebook and buying things.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweat No Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatgnomecosmetic.com and click on the Sweat Gnome Edge.
Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, Bart, what do you have besides no smoking?
I have no.
Well, you got something going on because you're wearing a ring. What is that ring? Is that an O-ring? What is that? An Aura ring?
It's an Aura ring.
Is that a biorhythm ring?
Oh, I want
Chuck,
one of those.
biorhythms.
Yeah.
What is an Aura ring?
It basically, keeps track of how healthy you are. And what
have you found out?
So far, so good.
So you got a big Sweat No Edge sign up next to you right now.
Well, that's for you.
Yeah.
It tracks your sleep, tracks your movement, gives you tips to improve your sleep, tells you when you're not getting enough sleep, if your heart's out of whack, all that stuff.
Can I borrow it? Can I wear it for a day?
It's synced to me. It's synced to me.
So
What's it told you so far?
Yeah, what have you learned?
What's the message so far?
So far, I've been doing a really good job of getting enough sleep. That's about to change this week, probably.
Yeah.
I've only had it for a few days, so it's still kind of getting synced.
Chuck is just fascinating.
It was really hard.
It sounds like you're all over it. It sounds like you're all over it.
I'm trying to keep him from drifting off.
In 2025, I felt like I failed to get into a good routine over the course of the year, with getting up early for the show and doing things. Like, I was just tired by the mid-afternoon all the time. So I want to try to get that under control.
You mind if I share, Chuck? Just kind of what's going on with me?
You guys go ahead. Do your thing.
I don't want to lose you.
No, I mean, I'm fascinated by your lives.
I don't want to lose you. Yeah.
You're also interesting.
Yeah, he's
ahead.
drifting off. At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Oaklawn and Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals, all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com.
Did you know you can listen to a podcast version of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand? It's driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park and can be found every weekday on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
If you enjoy fake AI-generated stories and getting scammed on the internet, Facebook is for you.
That's what I like. That's what I want.
Yeah.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Speaking of that, this can't be real. I just saw the running back that Arkansas got from Memphis scaling the side of Razorback Stadium.
I saw that.
Yeah. What an athlete. And he's just running up the steel parts of the side of the stadium. And so that's out there. It's a
good video.
If you want to find it. Darius Acuff, National Player of the Week. National Freshman of the Week honor, 2 National Freshman of the Week honors, and has added 4th SEC Freshman of the Week in the SEC.
In a row.
4th consecutive.
You know, anybody that watches, it's killing people that he's this good. He and Malik Thomas, we got 2 of the best freshmen in the country. People aren't happy about it, and I'm hoping we're signing another group that's going to be similar to these guys. I'm doing this with freshmen. That's what I'm doing. You may be able to tell me you'll never do it. You'll never get to a Final Four. We started 5 freshmen. I know that game is different and people are older with beards and children and stuff. I know that. But the freshmen, Darius Acuff is a beast. You can say he's a good player. He is a beast. That's who, when you look at his body, you're like, holy cow, this kid's a beast. So he can he can score all kind of different ways. He's good. I mean, don't tell me there are 15 freshmen better than he and Malik. You can say it and then be mad about it, and that's what I believe. No, it's not your opinion. It's your hope. But it's not your opinion. It's your hope. Those 2 are good.
You know, there was a shot he made. He made a bunch of shots Saturday, but there was one that he made. He drove to his right. He pulled up right around the elbow, and he hit a jump shot off the dribble. When you go back and watch that, it looks like a simple play. But look at the elevation. You don't do that. You don't go up the way he went up, shoot the way he shot the ball without superior strength. I don't mean just like he's stronger than most. I mean superior strength. So much of what he does, we talk about how fluid he is, how he just makes everything look easy. A lot of that's strength. And this is a powerful kid. Now, on the basketball floor, up against a 6'10 guy, he looks little. Now, you go stand next to him, he's 6'2. Most 6'2 guys that you stand next to, pretty big guys. He's a pretty big guy, in the everyday world. And he's big enough on the basketball floor. But when Cal talks about his strength, that's a really underrated aspect to his game, and that's what allows him to do a lot of that stuff.
I don't know if we realize what we're watching. And I think you do.
Watching Lee Mayberry in the flesh is what we're watching.
Part of it is, by the way, he's averaged 23 points in 2 games over the week, 5 assists, shot 57%, 46 from 3, and wins over James Madison and Tennessee. What I mean is partially this, because of this transitional world that we're in and portal and all that, it takes you a little bit of time, almost an entire season, to really get to where you're falling in love with, how we used to have our favorite players?
Yeah.
And where you get to that point where you're like, we're starting to talk about him more. People are starting to realize, but he's just been Acuff until now. And now he's winning some of these awards, and we're starting to realize it and appreciate it. When you talk about Lee Mayberry and Todd Day and Oliver Miller and some of the Arkansas greats, Scotty Thurman, you had a chance to develop an affinity for these guys over a period of time, like 2, 3, 4 years. These guys are they're going to be gone in a year. And luckily, Cal scheduled some really big games that got us maybe all paying a little bit more attention earlier in the year. But this guy's played 1 conference game, and you're about to watch one of the greatest Razorbacks of all time play the rest of this season. And you're going to know that when it's over. But knowing it now is the advantage you would have had if this guy was coming back like they used to for their sophomore year. Can't wait to watch that guy play again. But it's going to be over in a flash. We don't realize maybe how good he is.
Even in the old days, I'd be saying, man, that guy doesn't need to come back to college. He needs to go now.
Right.
No, you're right, though. He is. We are going to look back on this and realize we've watched a great player.
It's, for a while there, I was thinking that, man, I'm pretty sure. I know it's early, but I'm pretty sure that Darius Acuff is the best freshman that Arkansas has ever had. Like, I don't think it's hyperbole to say that.
It's a mouthful.
Because you've got a guy like Joe Johnson who went on to play all those years in the NBA.
Scotty hit 30 at Arizona, like in his second game, I think.
I understand that. I'm, though, and this is, call it a hot take, whatever. I'm not so sure that he's not one of the very best players Arkansas's ever had, period.
Well,
just watching him play and watching what he can do, there have not been a lot of players to wear that uniform who do the stuff he does on a basketball court. Like, it's really special. And he's a really talented guy, and he's going to be playing basketball.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now.
Time.
I'm going to tell you my hunch. Put it on the poll. Is Darius Acuff the best Razorback of all time? And you're going to get shot down.
Right.
But that's part of my point. I'm not saying he is, and I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you.
Doesn't.
But what I'm trying to point out, though, is this because of how quickly things go now, and they're here and then they're gone.
Enjoy it.
Like, yeah.
Enjoy it.
Like enjoy what you're watching.
And
'cause
plus,
it's that
too,
good.
if we weren't talking about Acuff this way, we might be talking about Malik Thomas this way.
Yeah, the guy can shoot.
And lost in that Cal cut is him saying, I'm going after some others too. He's been working it the last few weeks. I'm just going to tell you, he's been working it the last few weeks, and there's more coming.
Sterling's in Center Ridge. Sterling, good morning. You're on the Chuck and Bo Show. What's happening?
Oh, thank you guys, and Happy New Year, and I hope you had a great Christmas.
Same to you.
Thank you, Sterling. Same to you.
Touching on a couple of things Chuck done said today and in the past. First on today, when we talk about how explainable it is, are they going to be a flash in the pan, Indiana and this Texas Tech? Well, I'm ready to flash. I really don't care if we do it 60 years from now or not, because I'm not going to be.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm not
either.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
And I don't mean to be selfish, but that's how. I mean, we've been down. I know it ain't been down for forever, but we've been down long enough, and I'm ready on the come up. And when Chuck said a long time ago about Acuff being the best freshman we ever had, I said, "Come on now, Chuck."
I took a little heat for that. I took a little heat.
I didn't call in and dispute Chuck on it. I just kept my mouth closed, and I said, I'd wait and see, because Chuck wouldn't just throw that out there if he didn't really believe it. And boy,
you don't know that.
He hit the nail on the head. he hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
He hit the nail on the head. He is.
I mean, I'm speaking to myself
we
on
ever
some
had.
of this stuff because, like, you watch him play, and he almost makes it look so easy sometimes that you just don't really think that much about it. But it's the consistency, and when you really got to go get a ball. I mean, look, that Tennessee game, Arkansas starts the game off, and it's like, okay, they've missed 2 or 3 threes. They won't go in and out. You've seen a million games start at Bud Walton Arena like that. You've seen a million go the other way, and that usually tells you how they're going to play that day. And he was like, forget this. I'm going to go get 7, 8 points right now, and we're going to get rolling.
He's the kind of guy, too, at the end of the game. I mean, you just feel like he's going to go win the game for us. I do.
Yeah, and a great point you made about how big he is and how strong he is. You can see his guns. He got the shirt cut right perfect. How you supposed to cut your shirt, your undershirt when you got guns.
That's the way I wear mine.
You don't let it.
Chuck does it
You
around
don't
the
let
house.
it go down like Lee Mayberry and Todd Day did. No. When you got guns like that, you move it on up and cut on up so you can show them off.
There you go.
He's a
So you're
smart
saying
cat,
he
too.
knows what he's doing all the way around. He's a
All the way around.
seasoned veteran as a freshman, which
Hey, got that hair done. He got that hair fixed. Got that hair freshened up before he came back. I saw the picture of him at the camp. He hit it out. But when he got back on the prime time, hey, he had it right again.
dude, he's got
Boy,
that business. He's got that business look about him too, like his face.
Right.
You know what I mean? He just looks like he's there for business. Take care of business.
Serious business.
Yeah. Sterling, have a
He
good
does
one,
play
man.
Like Tyler. Yes, he does play like Tyler Ulis. I heard of the press conference.
Very
he,
similar.
He reminds me
You're
of
right.
a better Tyler Ulis. So have a great day.
Tyler Ulis had some comments about him in an article at WholeHogSports.com today, and he said that he wakes up with 30. or 20 or something like
Tyler
that.
Yost was
He
a
wakes
hell
up
of a player now.
He wakes up. He said he wakes up with 20 points.
I believe that.
Chuck Siri went off on him.
Yeah, I don't know what
maybe,
happened.
Maybe
there.
some others will now as well. Hey, if you're looking to enjoy wagering on the playoffs, NFL, college, whatever it is, Oaklawn Sports, the place to go. Bet with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. And they've got a lot of events happening at Oaklawn. We're still in racing until, it just finished. The actual holiday season finished on the 4th, and then the classic season will start at the end of this month. Go to oaklawn.com, get all the details on that. But download the Oaklawn Sports app in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store and take advantage of the Oaklawn Sports new player offer. Arkansas's best sports betting app, Oaklawn Sports. You really make me want to call you a moron. I'm not going to do that, but I want to.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yuengling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yuengling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more, they carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today. Hey, it's Bo. I recently got engaged, and Ben Blakeman helped me out. You told me the Purple Bag's undefeated.
The Purple Bag is undefeated, Bo. And not only are we where Arkansas gets engaged, but it's where our boy Bo got engaged.
I sure did, and now it's on to Christmas. What do we do now?
Purple Bag under the tree, Bo.
Take it to the next level with Blakeman's and my friend Ben. He hooked me up, and he can help you out too.
Let Blakeman's make this Christmas truly exceptional. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, because brilliance begins here.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, Gutters.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party, or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, now more than ever, it's important to partner with a well-trained real estate professional, someone who understands all the ins and outs of the game and makes sense of all the things we read about in the real estate market every day. That's why I've partnered with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, from the very beginning. And that's why I recommend them to you. I remember the first time I bought a home. I didn't have any idea what was going on. They did, fortunately, and they guided me through the process. They listened, and perhaps that's the most important thing. You want someone on your side of the table who understands your needs and who listens. Now, they've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Fayetteville and Bentonville. They're in the River Valley as well, in Fort Smith. You hear us talking about their office in Branson. You're going to see their yellow signs all over town, and you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
When it comes to any kind of construction, you need to know and be able to depend on who you're dealing with. When it comes to your roof or a remodel, Teamwork Roofing and Construction builds everything using only the best materials, including Malarkey shingles that perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside, residential or commercial, simple or complex. Teamwork Roofing and Construction has the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget, treating every job like it's their own. They do what they say, show up when they say they will, and when the job's done, it's like they were never there, except for a brand new roof or a remodel. And they now do cabinetry. Get the customer care and reliability you can count on. Visit teamworkbuilt.com. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Part, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show. I will confess, I've reached the point in my life when my main goal every day is to get home. So once I'm there, it's going to take quite a bit to get me back out.
The Chuck and Bo
Hey,
Show.
Bart, why don't you, like we were talking about, you don't know a lot of the names in the transfer portal. You know a few. Why don't you just maybe tell us some names that we should be following?
Yeah.
Not because
Who's
they're
out
good,
there?
but because it's a name. It's
a good name.
Yeah. Well, how about this? This is a great one. Rocky Beers.
I've heard that name.
Beautiful.
Rocky Beers, Colorado State. I believe he's already signed at Oklahoma, where his sister plays basketball.
Come on, get into it, Bart.
And now,
Keyshawn Johnson. Yes, that is Keyshawn Johnson's kid.
Where is he coming from?
UT Martin. He was a Skyhawk.
Wow. Skyhawks? Is that their name?
Yeah,
UT
they're the
Martin?
Skyhawks.
I
Is
didn't
he
know
6'6" and from North Carolina?
No, he's not. But Nitro Tuggle might be.
Nitro
I like
Tuggle?
that.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Nitro Tuggle. No idea where he's from. I didn't look. Hank Purvis. I just really like. Well, I didn't write the schools down for all these players.
Purvis,
Hank
too bad.
Purvis. I just really like that name.
yeah.
Samaje
Nitro
Fleming.
Tuggle's my leader in the club.
Yeah, Nitro Tuggle's good.
Samaje Fleming.
Samaje. Now, there's no God Shamgod in this group.
No,
but,
Samaje though. It's just James backwards.
Okay.
That's
wow.
Appreciate that
Samaj.
effort.
Okay, hey.
And one more for you, Dicey Hopkins.
I like that.
Dicey.
We need
Hopkins.
That sounds like a player.
Yeah.
We need to change the last name to
I don't know what I didn't look what position he plays or where he
got to
comes
be
from.
a shooting guard, man.
But
come on, with a name like that, I mean, he's
a
got to be
shooting-
a guy.
I'd
He's
say
a shooting
puts it
star.
up.
He's got to be a wide receiver or a cornerback.
He's a safety for Georgia State.
You're close,
Safety.
DB.
I have no idea if he's any good. I would like him to be a Razorback though.
Yeah.
Dicey Hopkins.
He's a
Chuck
shooting
just
guard. He's a
rattling off
shooting
the
guard in
stats.
basketball.
Chuck, the lineup.
Yeah.
D-
Nitro
D.I.C.
Tuggle too.
Thompson.
Let's get Nitro Tuggle to
Nitro.
Arkansas.
Nitro Tuggle.
He is a wide receiver from Purdue. Let's get him here.
Arkansas is doing a lot of visiting. They're doing a lot of transfer portal guys in the building coming for visits, which is a huge part of the process. Getting them gives you on campus gives you a chance. If you can't even get them here, you're probably not going to get them. But when do they get signed? They had a few more yesterday. Some of those Memphis guys came, a receiver, a running back, a quarterback, and an offensive lineman. We're going to keep you updated. And Chuck's headed to Oxford.
Yeah. Do they call this portaling? Arkansas is portaling right
It's the
now.
portal tracker.
All the things that
The
go
transfer
on.
tracker.
Yeah.
WholeHogSports.com. All right, we'll do it again tomorrow. Chuck and Bo Show on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud